back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard, Bad News Bubba. Oh, it's a beautiful victory edition on this Wednesday morning. Let's talk some sports and other things. What's up, Cody?
Hello.
Hey, man.
Good morning.
How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. It is good to be here. Good to be anywhere. Got on my 2016 Outback Bowl shirt. Feeling good. What a day that was when we hammered Northwestern 45-6. Those were the days, the glory days, some would say, of Tennessee football.
You were at that game?
Back when we had a great coach. No, I wasn't there. I don't know why I have this shirt.
I was going to say, I didn't think I'd ever heard you talk about being there.
No, I wasn't there. I think somebody gave it to me, or maybe I bought it. Maybe it was a Christmas gift. But I think it might have been a Christmas gift. Anyway,
I was there, and I didn't see you there, so I wasn't sure.
yeah, and I'd be hard to miss, you know.
I at least would have smelled you, am I right?
Right, yeah, that's right. I noticed yesterday the dogwoods are blooming. Spring, man.
Yeah,
It's
making
right
sure
around the
to
corner.
take my allergy medicine every morning or before bed.
No,
Gotta do it.
I think it's the dogwoods. Now someone could tell me I'm an idiot if maybe there's a horticulturist in the chat, but they bloom pink first. Some of them. Does anybody know? I don't feel like any of you guys know about trees.
No, I don't.
No.
I told you I tried to use my encyclopedias when I was a kid to look up trees, but that was about it.
I know dogwoods are white. Are there some that are pink, or maybe they bloom pink first and then turn white as we get closer through the spring and towards summer?
Seems like there's a white dogwood and a pink dogwood.
Two different dogwoods?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they're blooming, which does March 4th not feel early for the dogwoods to be blooming? But they are, I'm telling you. I've been seeing them. Unless there's some other kind of tree that don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but call me crazy. I'm pretty sure it's the dogwoods.
It says mid-March to mid-May, so maybe just a little early.
Well, let me know if you're driving around town if you see the dogwoods blooming, because I'm pretty sure they're blooming, which to me feels like spring is pretty early.
So that groundhog was lying.
I think so.
Like we've said, the groundhog bats under 50%, which means that he was actually predicting early
Yeah, but
spring.
Staten Island Chuck also said winter.
Yeah, and I don't know if I believe him or not. He hasn't earned my trust or my hate because I got to be honest, he's a little insignificant. You know what I mean? Like this time of year, Sam, Staten Island Chuck is the other bracketologists out there. There's a lot of good bracketologists out there, but I don't pay attention to them. I just look at Lenardi because that's what's fed down my throat. Staten Island Chuck, he's better than Punxsutawney Phil, but Punxsutawney Phil's on ESPN, so he kind of creates the narrative. He creates the talking point. So
I feel like there's been a lot of smoke in the last couple of years about how Joe Lenardi's a fraud, though.
He is a fraud.
You know,
That's the entire point, but I still pay attention to him. We still talk about where Lenardi has one time, Sam, you included, my basketball guy, have you come up and said, well, so-and-so from this little-ass website that nobody talks about actually has us as a 3 seed? No, we haven't. We just talk about what where Lenardi has us.
And that's marketing. That's marketing. That's why you have to advertise.
I don't think ESPN even really advertises anymore. I think they're just an institution. I think that's just becoming an institution.
Yeah. But, that's there might be a better cola out there somewhere.
Sure.
But it ain't Coca-Cola. It just ain't. There might be one. There might be some mom and pop shop selling got their own little soda fountain. They got their own syrups and their own carbonation, and they're doing, little cherry, a little vanilla, but that ain't Coca-Cola. It just ain't. Marketing. Take that as a lesson, America. I've been watching the war. You've been watching the war on TV?
No, I don't watch that stuff.
No. Pretty exciting. A lot going on.
Okay. You enjoying it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
good.
exciting. I think one of our embassies got hit yesterday, so it's early. It's only like day 4. You know how these wars go. They take a while.
Okay. Well, lock in. Keep me posted.
Yeah, I'll let you know when things happen.
Keep me up to date.
What have you been watching if not the war?
Recently, I rewatched Scary Movie 1 and 2 just to see if it held up because the trailer for the 6th one came out. I used to love those movies as a kid. Gotta say, they don't really hold up that well. They don't really hold up that well to me. I don't know if they would. I don't know if the new one would be any good. I don't know if you introduce it to somebody new, if they would like it per se. But yeah, I guess that was just being a 11 or 12-year-old. Kind of hit you right there in that sweet spot.
Well, that's what happened to me with Anchorman and Borat.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not on here telling people it's good. You still tell everybody those are really good.
Oh, they were really good.
Yeah. See, I'm coming and saying the opposite of like, I don't really think it holds up. I think it was me being 12 years old.
Check the ratings, man. They were great.
Yeah.
There was some horror film commercial that I saw yesterday watching TV that I meant to tell you about. But
There was what?
I can't remember the name of it, but it's some new horror film that's coming out that looks. I mean, every scary movie is like, this is the scariest movie of the year, but like this one's commercial actually did look like it kind of touches your soul a little bit.
Who needs horror?
Was it Dolly?
No, it doesn't sound right.
There's one Dolly that I'm going to go see this weekend where this big ass, I guess the killer's costume or whatever is just this big porcelain doll, and they're out there in the woods hacking people up, and that one kind of unsettles me a little bit because I was scared of dolls as a kid, so that one kind of hits me. Is it the one with the podcast, Sam? There's a new horror movie coming out that's like through like a podcast medium where I guess like the demon or devil or spirits or whatever is like talking and like you have to listen.
That might be it. What is it? Do you know what it's called?
Scary movie about a podcast. Let's see. Undertone?
That might be it.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to trailers to that. But that's like the only other scary movie I could think of that's coming out other than Dolly.
Yeah, looking at Googling this kind of seems like that's what it was.
Okay. It
said something about like it's the scariest sounding movie ever.
The scariest movie you'll ever hear or something like that. Okay.
Who needs horror when you got a war going on?
Who needs a war going on whenever you can just watch TV instead?
At least 1,000 people have already been killed in the war, says Iran's government.
It's a mission, not a war. Remember?
Right. Yeah.
It's a mission.
Sure, man. Sure.
Not a war.
Right.
We didn't go to war with Iran. We're just beefing a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Not a war. Just 1,000 people dead.
Not a war.
Days. Sure.
Sam, you good over there this morning?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Solid night of hoops yesterday. Made a good dinner. Saw that the script for National Treasure 3 is being written.
Oh, okay. I mean, I liked the first two.
I did too. They were a big part of my childhood.
I liked the first two. The first one, I can't remember which one's which, really. Which one's the one where they're out on the rock at the end? Is that the second one?
I think that is the second one.
With his dad, John Voight, out there.
Yeah.
And they have to like pour water on the rock or something to get that one. I watched.
They're out at like Mount Rushmore or whatever.
I don't know. All I know is one of my jobs I had in college was selling satellite in the mall. So like while we sold satellite for DirecTV, there were certain things like that I could put on like DVR or whatever, and National Treasure 2 was one of them. So I watched that kind of without the sound like maybe 20 times that summer before I had a trip to Mexico and I decided to quit. But the movie, I liked it. It was cool.
Getting confirmation from TN Sports Guy, Dogwood's blooming all down Pellissippi. That's what he says. Another guy, though, tells me the Bradford pears are coming in, and those are the white stinky ones. Those are the ones you smell this time of the year. You know that weird scent in the air? Those are the Bradford pears.
Yeah, I hate that.
Now, Eric says he's got 20 dogwoods in his yard, and none are blooming yet. I don't know, man. Am I confusing the Bradford pear with the dogwood? Because some of them are pink. I think those are dogwoods. I don't know. I'm getting mixed signals. But TN Sports Guy says his dogwoods are blooming. I don't know if he's a tree guy either.
I'm pretty sure they have apps out there where you can just like take a picture of a flower or a tree or something and it tells you what it is.
What I need is my friend, Brandon. He knows all trees. He knows everything about them. I don't know how. I don't know why, but he knows. I got to ask him. Speaking of friends, I saw Charlie last night.
He said that he saw you.
Yeah, we hugged.
You hugged?
We hugged.
Was it a good embrace?
It was a big hug. It was a belly to belly hug.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a hey, how you been? Not like a little pat on the back. It was
a lot of meat right there.
It was a love making hug, if we're being honest. I mean, that would have been the next step, you know. So
I'm glad it didn't come to that.
it's good to see him. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Speaking of stinky, like the Bradford pears. Imagine that, me and Charlie getting it on. It's good
Bubba,
to see him, though.
You good over there?
I'm just confused, but yeah.
What are you confused about? Let's talk about it.
Just Cody.
Oh,
What's confusing?
with the trees?
Everything.
I didn't
Everything
know
about him.
I don't know when he became a tree guy. That's what I was sitting over here wondering. Like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I've never heard him talk about the trees for
Well, you're clearly
10
not
years.
listening because I've said I'm not a tree guy for 5 minutes.
Well, I know, but you're trying to get to the bottom of it. Like, you know which is which and all this stuff. Like, you don't know about it, so why talk about it? Who cares? You're not an expert.
Yeah, why learn anything?
You're not learning. You're telling
why
people.
learn anything?
You didn't learn. You're telling people.
You just said I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
You came on
Now
here.
you say I'm not learning.
Well, you haven't gotten to the bottom of it, have you?
I'm trying.
But you haven't learned, so you haven't gotten to the bottom of it.
It's generating interaction on the show,
And that's
People
fine.
seem to be very intrigued by it.
That wasn't the point. Unless you're telling me that you came on here talking about the trees to get interactions. If that was the goal.
That's kind of what we do everything on the show.
Yeah, sometimes we're just here to talk, brother.
Well, yeah, but you want, be interesting.
I just didn't know when you became a tree guy.
I'm not a tree guy. Bubba, how are you?
I am okay, I guess.
Okay.
You look dark.
I feel that way sometimes.
You've been tanning?
No. I haven't. I called around, to get some quotes for my vehicle yesterday, and I've decided that I'm just going to go into business for myself. I had a business audibly give me a quote of over $850.
That's what they do.
And I scoffed. And I said, okay, thank you for your time.
Did you make an audible noise?
I did. He said 850. I said, oh, whoa, all right. Thank you for your time, sir. And I hung up the phone.
Yeah, that car repair is the worst. I mean, it's just the worst.
So when you say you're going in business for yourself, you mean you're just going to fix the car yourself?
Yeah.
Or you're going to open up a mechanic shop?
Not doing that.
Okay.
You know what to do to fix it?
I will.
You just go YouTube it?
Uh-huh.
I think you can probably learn.
I was watching a couple of videos last night. It looks really easy to do.
All you need is the right parts. Get the parts right, and then I think you can guide yourself on YouTube. Or at least, to the best of
This
your
guy's a mechanic
ability.
now.
I mean, it's worth $800 a try, especially after what that woman did to you in Vegas.
I'm
Yeah.
also not a car guy, for the record.
Cody's just acting like an expert in
I'm
any
not acting like an
category
expert.
today.
I'm trying to help Bubba along. He says he wants to do it himself. I said, get the right part and go do it yourself. I mean,
YouTube is a
all you
beautiful
can do.
thing. Kyle says he's a tree guy, and dogwoods are definitely not blooming.
Who
yet,
said
he
that?
says Kyle. His last name is
Yeah.
Green.
yeah. He says they're definitely not blooming?
Yeah.
Okay. So am I confusing them with the Bradford pear? Because that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
With a last name like Green, I would give him the benefit of the doubt here too. He was kind of born to
Mary
talk about this stuff.
Says the dogwoods are more flowers, the Bradford pears are more leaves and shaped like a pear. Okay. Eric says Bradford pears are an invasive species. Yes, I've heard that. Introduced to be pretty and are a bigger, fuller tree. I don't know. I was driving down by the river, and they were pink trees by the river, and the blooms are happening.
Well, the sky was pink last night. You sure you just weren't like confusing it with the sky?
Yeah, I'm sure that that the leaves on the tree were not the sky.
Okay, just checking.
Point is, some things are blooming.
Yeah, the point is,
and
it's
that means
March,
spring.
which means spring is coming.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the whole
Whether or not
point.
they're Bradford pear trees or these other trees you're talking about, dogwoods, catwoods, whatever.
I mean, I said from the beginning, I thought it would be mighty early for it to be the dogwoods blooming.
Sure.
Because you think of the dogwoods, into the summer, right? Like May.
I don't think of them anywhere because I'm not a dog tree. I'll just see it when I see them. It's kind of my thing. The leaves start falling off in October-ish. That's about the only thing I know. The leaves start changing colors, I should say, in late September, mid-October, whatever. They'll be off by Thanksgiving.
Don't you love it, though, when things begin to turn? They begin to turn pretty and bloom.
No, I've actually always kind of hated it because my allergies get absolutely wrecked.
The grass becomes greener.
Just absolutely kicks my ass. So I kind of hate it. I do like March, though. It's a great month. I'm pumped. I'm glad that it's not super cold anymore. I still throw on my light hoodie to come out in the mornings just out of respect to Mother Nature, even though I know I don't need it. I still do it. I've grown accustomed to having my little kangaroo pouch to put things in.
There's something else they call blackberry winter. We're bound to get one more freeze.
Yeah, maybe. Possibly. We'll talk some basketball coming up next. The boys got back in the win column and really had a great night. Last night was a fantastic night for Tennessee basketball. All around. Vandy was able to eke one out in overtime to keep it from being a perfect night, but really, really solid night for Tennessee basketball. We'll dive into it next.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo Crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Good morning, Knoxville. I'm Aiden Sidoti, and this is your TalkSports update for Wednesday, March 4th. Tennessee basketball ended a 2-game skid last night, defeating South Carolina on the road 78-59 as JP Estrella led the Vols with 22 points. Jacoby Gillespie had a career-high 12 assists as Tennessee moved to 21-9 before Saturday's game against Vandy. In the NFL, Kyler Murray announced the Arizona Cardinals plan to release him next Wednesday when the new league year begins. The former number 1 pick will hit the open market after 7 seasons in Arizona after posting a 38-48-1 record as a starter. In college hoops, number 10 Texas Tech was upset 73-65 at home by TCU behind a Xavier Edmonds double-double, while number 14 Kansas took a loss on the road to Arizona State 70-60 after Bill Self was ejected in the first half. And that's your TalkSports update. Hey John, you still think you're going to get that computer back from Cody? Back to you guys.
Yeah, rough night for me in my Kansas take. Way to go, boys! Fantastic. Way to prove me right, coming out and laying an egg in Arizona State. But last night was a little chaotic in the SEC. Tennessee able to avoid any of those landmines. Took care of business for the most part without any hiccups. A little dicey at the beginning of the second half. You couldn't quite pull away. They kept getting it and keeping it around 6 points. But Tennessee was able to really just play bully ball. You know, I said last night on Voluntary Reaction that it felt like, you know, just an SEC team going up against a MAC team in football, just where there's the physical dominance. That's how it felt watching this. Like, Tennessee just had a clear advantage in the paint, and they were just going to dominate South Carolina in the paint. And you saw it last night with Felix Okpara and JP Estrella. Complete domination by them. South Carolina, they didn't really have any fight. They're ready for their season to be over and head to spring break. Tennessee able to get back on track, 78-59. Cody, what were your thoughts?
I watched the game twice.
Oh,
and
okay.
And I still feel like I didn't see it.
Okay.
That's how hard it was for me to pay attention to that game. Because, you know, the first time it was on, I was talking to Bear.
Sure.
Bear came by.
Okay.
And we were, you know, shooting the breeze, and
sure,
we got some dinner.
Doing a little wrestling, things of that nature.
Yeah, make your jokes. Just a couple of friends hanging out.
A couple boys just testing each other's strength.
Yeah. So
bumping up against each other.
No, but we did eat some pizza. And
I bet you did.
We were watching the game, but it was half-ass watching. You know how it is with Bear. He's always talking, and you're trying to pay attention. And it's, you know, and so
you two get to giggling and tickling each other, and just you can't focus. I get it.
So it's making me really uncomfortable because I'm picturing exactly everything you say. I'm picturing it, and it's making me throw up in my mouth. Anyway, so after that, I tried to watch it again, and I put it on, and I started doing some cleaning, and I started picking up some things, and I started washing.
Really made a mess. I get it. You had to clean up. You had to straighten up.
I started washing some dishes.
A lot of things got knocked off the table and the cabinet and everything. A little roughhousing. I get it.
No, I'm still organizing my place. I'm trying to get everything put away, and so like. I had the game on twice, and I still feel like I watched like 10 minutes of it.
Well, I will say this. I don't feel like you really missed anything that you need to see.
Yeah, it looked like just kind of a run-of-the-mill. We took care of business against a bad team.
I think it was a little bit deep. To me, it was a little bit deeper than that, but the the big headline is Tennessee, dominates the paint. 42 points from Okpara and Estrella. Estrella and Okpara go 20 of 27 from the field.
Who needs Nate Ament when you've got Felix Okpara and JP Estrella?
Who needs Nate Ament whenever you're playing South Carolina? It was really the takeaway. Sam, what did you see when you watched it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the worst team in the SEC by a mile. Yeah. And, they've been – you look at every single metric possible, South Carolina's 16th, 15th, or 14th in the SEC in all of those. And they're like a bottom 300-something team in both rebounding categories. They're just not a team that's got any sort of hope against somebody like Tennessee with all our size. So, yeah, to be able to see Felix and JP have big nights like that and be efficient around the rim, I think is really just the biggest thing. And you also saw, Jacoby Gillespie, the distributor, I thought, not him just going out there and being like, all right, Nate Ament's out, I got to score 30 points. He was just kind of letting the other guys do it.
Yeah, last night I got a couple messages on VR. Last night was okay with Gillespie and the lobs. He didn't really have to do those in crunch time. He was able to kind of flex with them. In the first half, it felt like it was our only offense. In the first half, it was just, hey, get there and throw it up to Felix. Last night, lobs okay. I said, and I want to maintain, I don't want to see any lobs like in the last 10 minutes of the game. That's whenever he's had some trouble finishing those, especially whenever defenses are coming out of timeouts looking for it. But Gillespie was a good point guard last night. He was a good distributor, 12 assists. His shot's a little broken right now, and that's a little frustrating. From three, he's been struggling if you look at his last 3 games. Last night, 0 for 4, so the volume wasn't there. But 3 of 10, 3 of 12, the 2 games prior to that, you add all that up, that's what, 6 of 26? That's got to be better down the stretch. That's got to be better in the postseason. That's 23%. You know what I mean? His percentages will get will get better, but they need to be quite a bit better if Tennessee is going to be a serious threat. But last night, you didn't need it. You just needed him throwing lobs, and you needed the big guys being big. I will say I kind of said the same thing Rick Barnes said last night on the postgame show. Rick Barnes, after the game, talked about Nate Ament being out, maybe being a blessing in disguise, getting him a little rest. I agree. But more so than rest, I like seeing Amari Evans and even Ethan Berg out there, gaining some confidence both in themselves and from the coaching staff. Amari Evans played pretty well. 32 minutes, only 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, a block. Something like he didn't necessarily jump off the page, like the stat sheet, but I thought his impact was felt. I thought he was flying around. I thought he was making some good plays. And I think he should earn some trust from the coaches moving forward, especially if Ament is out again against Vanderbilt and he's able to replicate that. Berg played 18 minutes, and it's South Carolina, so take it with a grain of salt, but hit 2 of his 3 threes, had another one of those coast-to-coast steal layups, and just didn't make any stupid turnovers. He had 0 turnovers in the stat sheet. So, I thought he maybe earned some trust, which to me maybe gives Rick Barnes and this coaching staff a couple of more options whenever they look at lineups in the future. Maybe you could be a little bit more flexible, because I did think the 3-man trio of Gillespie, Evans, and Berg, or even Gillespie, Boswell, and Berg, I do think those trios play pretty well, and I would love to see what they look like with Nate Ament out there at the 4. If those guys can gain trust in the coaches, it's more likely you see that in bigger games, down the road.
Berg had one of the worst defensive plays I'd ever seen watching basketball in my entire life.
When he got big boyed?
No, he was out on the perimeter and he was guarding. He literally just walked away from a guy at the 3-point line and then just was like, he turned around, went 8 feet in a circle and just was like, oh, wait, the guy who I was guarding with the ball actually does want to shoot the 3.
I didn't notice that one, but there was one where I think number 55, Sarah Jantz, or however the hell you say his name.
The Mongolian.
Yeah, however you say his name. Put him in the almost he didn't dunk it on him, but he backed him down and just completely big boyed him under the basket and laid it in. It was reminiscent of what Missouri did to us. But that play stood out to me with Berg. So, I mean, like, the defense still wasn't great last night, but I thought offensively he at least provided more ball handling and a little bit of an outside shot. He hit 2 of Tennessee's 4 threes.
I would have liked to see Troy Henderson get more than 7 minutes against a team this bad.
Yeah, and Henderson got robbed a little bit. He did hit a 3 last night, but they called it 3 seconds on our big men right before it went in, so he didn't get credit for that. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen him gotten a couple more minutes too. But I thought Berg played well. I thought Evans played well. Go ahead, Cody. What were you going to say?
Would you bet on us to win the national championship if we played South Carolina 6 times in the NCAA tournament?
Yes, I would. I think
you think we'd go 6-0?
I think we'd go 6-0 against them.
What would be the odds on that?
Are the games in South Carolina every time?
No, they're neutral. They're all NCAA tournament games.
I mean, Tennessee was like minus 600 on the money line last night. So I imagine if
on
it was
the road,
yeah, if it was a neutral site game, I mean, we'd be over 1,000. So I mean, let's just say you bet 100, you win 10. You bet 110, you win like 111. So that's 120. I think by the time you got up there, it'd be like basically like plus 102 or something like that. Okay. Maybe even minus money.
Yeah. National champs.
If you got to play South Carolina 6 times.
Surely we'd at least get to the Final Four.
Would we get to the Final Four if Agpara and JP Estrella played that way? 6 straight times or 4 straight times?
Oh, you mean in real basketball?
In real basketball against a real team.
Is Ament back? Is he also playing?
No.
Then no.
What if Ament is playing?
Maybe. I did see something about Amari Evans had a beef with the kid from South Carolina. They had a rivalry going back to high school.
Well, that was only like last year for
Well, yeah, Evans, I guess so. So that was some white kid, Eli something, was chirping at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking a lot of trash to Amari Evans in the clip that I saw.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess he got his revenge last night on this bum.
Yeah, take that. You guys went 3-14. You suck.
Troy Anderson did kind of punk him a little bit, had him locked down to where he like kept spinning around and had to just throw up something.
South Carolina's a terrible basketball team.
Yeah, I don't know how you get to be in a position like that.
And I got to say, one of my big takeaways last night is that life is unfair, that program has a Final Four. And we don't. And they got it somewhat recently, too. Like, it's gross.
They thought they were saying on the broadcast that Lamont, what's his name? Paris?
Yeah.
Is it Parrish or Paris?
Parrish is what I.
Paris?
Paris.
It's Paris,
he'd
like
probably
the city?
make you want to perish if you keep watching that team.
Lamont Paris.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. My buddy was Parrish growing up, so that's always in my head. Shout out to Andre.
Yeah,
he was Paris, too.
Parrish.
It's early. What about him? They said he was what?
Well, he said at one point that he thought this was going to be his best team at South Carolina, and boy, was he wrong.
Yeah, it's tough.
I guess he misevaluated.
No, they stink, and you thought that they really couldn't get worse than they were last year. And granted, they're probably like a little bit better, but not really. Last year they went 12-20 and 2-16 in the conference. This year they're 12-18, 3-14 in the conference. So they did get at least one more conference win, but
Buck says he didn't even bother watching without Ament. He's not interested. And I kind of felt that a little bit myself.
Okay.
Even though I watched it twice, I still don't think I really watched it. So
I watched it and I was happy. I had me a nice little 3-team parlay last night. Listen to this. This was plus money. This was beautiful. Tennessee baseball over ETSU. Money line.
Okay.
Cha-ching.
What was that?
That was like minus 320 or so.
That's all?
On Caesars.
Jeez. Okay.
Cha-ching. ETSU had been playing pretty well, and Tennessee, of course, we know had kind of been struggling. And the midweek games have been dangerous for SEC teams, yada, yada, yada. But Tennessee, minus 320.
Okay.
Tennessee, Vols, first half against South Carolina.
Yes.
Cha-ching.
Right.
Tennessee Vols to beat South Carolina, money line. And that came out to like plus 130.
Really?
Yeah.
Those 3 things together, you got plus money.
Yep.
Wow.
I believe,
Matthew,
let me double check. It was at least right at even.
Matthew sent me a nice parlay that he hit. He was at a casino, but he had Tennessee over 36.5 in the first half. South Carolina under 30.5. Tennessee over 76.5 team total, and then Tennessee to win by 17-20.
Oh, nice.
Hit a nice little plus 1,900 parlay.
Feels like that should be higher if you're telling me that you only get a
The
3-point
winning margin, yeah.
I bet on Kansas and Alabama to win.
That ain't great.
No, they both lost. At least I didn't bet Vanderbilt baseball. Am I right?
They lost again.
They lost to Central Arkansas. That's my old school back in the old days. That's where I went to school my first semester. UCA Bears.
I take that back. It came out right to minus 106. I looked at it, and it was plus money in the first inning live whenever Tennessee walked. When the baseball team threw 14 straight balls to start the game, and the money line went down to like minus 140 for the baseball team, that's when it went up. But, yeah, still minus 106 for all three of those things, and wasn't really a sweat on any of them.
Easy money.
So shout out to the Vols.
Easy profits.
Shout out to the Vols. Can't go broke taking a profit, and they dominated. I didn't feel the same way you felt without Nate Ament because I was watching to see if anybody stepped up. It wasn't as fun without Nate Ament, and like ultimately I think the season is lost without him if he can't go. But I wanted to see if other guys would step up to the occasion, and I thought guys did. I thought the team played pretty well. With that being said, South Carolina's terrible. So there's no like big takeaway here. It was a good first step. Let's see Ament's health. Barnes said, hey, if it was the last game of the year, there's no way he would have missed it. Ament would have been out there playing, which should make you feel good.
With the way that some games went last night, now us like having the chance for the double bye, would you play Nate Ament on Saturday? Hearing the news from Rick being like, if this was the last game of the year, he'd play. Like, would you go out there and say, hey, I want Nate Ament to try and get a double bye, or are you just going into the SEC tournament?
My goal, if I'm Rick Barnes, and my goal as John Reed would still be just to be as healthy as you could be in the NCAA tournament.
I'd still want to sit him for the SEC tournament.
Yeah, like I still feel that way. I definitely feel that way. I definitely feel that way about Saturday against Vandy. You're at home. It's not like Ament played great in Nashville. Your strength's still going to be in the paint in this game. You can still try to play your way. I think I would still sit him for Saturday against Vandy. And then, assuming he's not 100, completely 100%, I wouldn't play him in the SEC tournament either. Is how I feel. Now, if Nate Ament's telling me he wants to play, and Barnes was joking around with him at the end of the game, I saw Grant Ramey tweet about Barnes, trying to wave him in the game, and Nate acting like he was going to check in despite wearing street clothes. So, Nate does seem like he wants to play, and Barnes seems like he is not far off from playing. There's not like a sadness, a cloud hanging above Ament and Barnes right now. They are still optimistic about getting back on the court.
Yeah, I say you keep him on the bench until the NCAA tournament, unless he's truly healthy for the SEC tournament. Like if he's 100% by then, go ahead and play him. But I don't really no need to.
Getting that double bye and playing on Friday gives you at least a puncher's chance of feeling like you can win it better than playing on Thursday. But we've been talking about it. Like, if you're a 4 seed, it's a long road to beat Florida on Saturday and then turn around. And
yeah, Mississippi State gave them a real test last night. They were up on them for a couple minutes.
And then they lost by 34 points.
108-74.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they were up.
They were winning for a bit.
I think they were up 24-20, roughly 10 minutes into the game. But last night in the SEC, things went your way. We'll dive into that a little bit. Tennessee, the double bye, is in grasp. You went from 6th place to 4th place just by beating South Carolina. That's Q. We'll dive into it next. Stick with us.
Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Hey, it's Russell Smith here for ECR Total Landscapes. I had the ECR crew out to my house last year to remove multiple trees on my property, and I couldn't be more satisfied with the work they did. Not only did they cut down several trees that were too close to my house, they also grinded the stumps and cleaned up the work site, leaving my yard looking better than before. Take it from me. If you've got a dangerous, overgrown, or storm-damaged tree that's threatening your home, your car, or your family, don't risk it. Do what I did. Call ECR Total Landscapes for a free estimate. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. 865-384-2012. That's 865-384-2012. Your local tree cutting experts. These guys get the job done. Check out their website, ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Surfside is made with vodka, real tea, and real juice, and has only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right. No bubbles, no troubles. That's why Surfside was named the 2025 Spirit Brand of the Year by MarketWatch. Their variety packs come with options: iced tea, lemonade, or green tea. Find your flavor by trying them all. Surfside, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older to enjoy. Party smart.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Checking in on the freaks over in the YouTube chat. 5 Cent Nickel says, Cody, the Big Arch was way better than the Big Mac.
It's mid.
Invoice from Danny wants to know, does Cody care more about trees blooming than ball hoops?
A lot more information coming in on the trees. I mean, so much information that it's hard to even know what's true. Andy says red buds. They could be called red buds.
Okay.
They're one of the first to bloom. Chris says you'd know if it was a Bradford pear because it's very distinct. You would stink. It would stink. You would smell it. Eric says he's got some good-looking cherry and peach trees. He'll send in some tree porn when they bloom. How about you send some cherries and peaches, Eric? That'd be good.
Elijah thinks it might be a saucer magnolia tree.
Yeah, seeing that. Stanley says could be a bofa tree. Bofa? Bofa what?
Last night in the SEC, you had results go your way. It was nice seeing Georgia beat Alabama. Not that it, took away the pain from Saturday, but
Kentucky got whooped.
Go to hell, Nate Oates.
Kentucky, did you see that A&M went on a 27-3 run in that game?
Yeah, and Kentucky fans were complaining that Mark Pope only called one timeout.
More than that, brother. It was 40-11.
Was it? I just saw it, I think, to close the first half, it was 27-3 is what I saw.
That's pretty pathetic, but then what Mark Pope said after the game to me was even more pathetic, where he's saying the Saturday to Tuesday turnaround's just too much for his team and their lack of depth.
Welcome to the SEC.
The lack of depth. Their $40 million roster or whatever the hell they were bragging about before the year, talking about their lack of depth. They played 9 guys. They had 9 guys that play at least 12 minutes. That's pretty good depth.
Wait until Mark Pope finds out what we do in the conference tournaments. They're going to be really in trouble there in Nashville. You have to play every day as long as you're in the thing.
Calipari's also playing like a 6.5-man rotation over there at Arkansas right now, and it's working out pretty well for him. So,
yeah,
I bet there's a lot of Kentucky fans that are wanting him back.
I would imagine
their pride probably won't let them say it, but I did like that John put out like, "Hey, Mitch Barnhart, I see you're retiring," and me and him didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but I wish him and his wife happiness. Like the coldest retirement tweet you could send out. So you got that result in College Station. That was a big win for Texas A&M. They should be in the tournament. They've kind of solidified that.
Turns out both those games were losable last night.
Because Oklahoma beat the hell out of Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma is a pretty good 6-11 SEC team as far as I'm concerned. After I took my Tennessee parlay winnings, Cody, or at least I took my baseball winnings because I bet on baseball minus 2.5 as well. I did a parlay that was Texas A&M money line parlayed with Oklahoma money line.
Oh, way to go!
Cha-ching!
Yeah,
cash money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big money.
Oklahoma and A&M did the job for you. So now Tennessee finds themselves in a good position when it comes to at least finishing in the top 4 of the SEC, which is a goal of ours every year. We talk about that. We want that to be the case. Tennessee now well-positioned, standalone right now by themselves in 4th place at 11-6. 1 game ahead of at least for now, a quartet at 10-7. Texas has a chance to make it a, what would you call a 5?
Quintet.
Is that what you call it?
I think so. You
Okay.
called a quartet a four and quartet,
quintets.
right?
Okay.
Quintet.
A quintet at 10-7 if Texas is able to beat Arkansas tonight. But yeah, Tennessee a game clear. They just need to beat Vanderbilt. There's still some path there. Yeah, like we talked about, if those teams lose on Saturday, that you could maybe still back into a double bye. But all you got to do is beat Vandy, and you lock that up.
This might be a bad take, but I am kind of disappointed. I don't want to be the 4 seed.
Okay.
Because I don't think there's any chance we can beat Florida.
Yeah, probably not.
So you only win 1 tournament game, and then you're out.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, though. It'll be the early game on Saturday, 1 o'clock. Watch it. Root for an upset. If not, get ready for the tournament.
Yeah. I mean, it's just going to be a ass whooping, I'm afraid. Maybe not. I mean, maybe if Nate plays, I mean, I'm not even going to.
Nah, Florida's a tank, man.
Yeah. Not even going to entertain it.
They've been beating the absolute hell out of teams. This came from Peter Burns last night, but they're 15-1 in their last 16 games.
He should get a cream for that.
13 of their 15 wins have been by double digits. 10 straight wins with an average of 23 points per game of a margin.
Nobody laughed.
I thought it was funny.
Thanks.
And a Kim Pom ranking of plus 35. So, like, they are clicking. They are likely going to weasel their way into that last 1 seed. They're a tank. They'll be hard to beat.
Did everyone forget that Todd Golden is a pervert?
Yep. And I got to say, maybe it evens out. Todd Golden, pervert, winning championships. Tim Tebow, I don't know if you watched his clip yesterday. I mean, he's trying to fight the good fight against sex trafficking and child trafficking. He's trying
to balance out Todd Golden.
Right. So, like, I'd say if I'm a Florida fan, I could say, like, hey, we win championships, and, like, our most famous athlete alum is trying to overcome the creepiness and the Aaron Hernandez murders. And, like, Tim Tebow's actually doing some really, really good stuff. And
he's helping their culture cancel out. But wait a second, though. Yes, Aaron Hernandez was a murderer. Also, Urban Meyer groping girls in the bar.
Yeah, see, that all those things happened long enough ago that, like, maybe that gets, pushed
Steve
to the back burner.
Spurrier's a fun guy.
Spurrier.
He doesn't have any accusations of any sort. As far
Would
as
you
we
be
know.
surprised if he was on the Epstein list?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
If Steve Spurrier was invited to Epstein's Island,
he likes golf. I could see him going down there to golf. I don't know.
Just to go have a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a thing, you know. I mean, say what you will about the island, but it does look like those guys were having a pretty good time. So you're Prince Andrew, huh? You're the one they talk about. Well, I guess we all feel a little bit royal right now, don't we? We all feel like royalty.
But Todd Golden,
hey Jeff,
is
how about another margarita?
Is paying it off for Florida. They didn't fire him. They stood by him, and he is making it worth their while. You know, there's always that equation. There's always that formula. You have to balance the scale of, are you worth the headache? You can be a little bit of a headache if you're really, really good. And Todd Golden was a pretty big headache, but it turns out he's also really, really good.
The sun's beating down. You think I could get some sunscreen? Well. Look who's back in the chat. Vandy Dandy.
Vandy Dandy showed up?
Has emerged.
Where the hell you been, Vandy Dandy?
Epstein's Island. Says he's coming to town Saturday.
Is he asking to hang out? Does he want to get together?
He didn't ask
if
we want to hang out.
He's just telling people he's coming.
Would you meet Vandy Dandy if given the opportunity?
Sure. I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way. No offense to him. Like I wouldn't go out of my way, but like I wouldn't like hide from him or nothing. If I was out somewhere and he came up and said, "What's up?" I'd hang out with him.
What if he invited you to lunch?
No, but to be fair, there's people in the chat that hang out every day that are Tennessee fans that like they invited me to lunch. I would try to fake an excuse just because I don't want to meet people for lunch. Yeah. It's such a hassle.
You won't even go to lunch with me.
Lunch it's just a little bit of a hassle. And I'm a creature that likes to eat my own thing. So like I don't really, when it comes to lunchtime, I need to eat by like 11:30 and I need to have a plan. I don't need to like linger around and try to coordinate stuff. But hey, if you want to go to Jersey Mike's,
it's time to eat. I've got to take my back pill.
Yeah, if you want to go eat some Jersey Mike's at like 11:15, like I'll sit there and eat with you. That's fine. But I'm not doing anything special for lunch. Lunch to me is about fuel. Dinner, you're more likely to get me to meet you for dinner. Dinner to me is a social thing. Lunch, no thanks. I got to just get my food and go on about my day.
I don't really like going to eat with people either.
I don't mind it for dinner.
You did it last night.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I do it. Yeah, I don't really like it. Generally speaking.
Who'd you go eat with last night?
Bear.
You guys went and ate together too? I thought you just said he came over.
I told you we ate pizza. That's where we saw Charlie.
You ate pizza? Well, I assumed it was at your apartment. You guys went out on a date to eat pizza?
We didn't walk. We went to the pizza joint.
So he came and picked you up and you guys just walked to the restaurant?
We took my car. We drove to the pizza restaurant.
So you guys
Why is this so weird?
So you guys went.
I don't understand.
You guys went and ate pizza together and then went back home.
Are you
that's dates.
What's the word?
If I go pick up if a woman comes over to my place and we go eat pizza and then she comes back over afterwards, I'm not jealous.
What's the word? What do they call that? Projecting? Are you projecting because we don't go eat pizza together?
No. If I was projecting,
or are you?
If I was projecting, it would be me having a guy that I hang out with and do these things with and that I was secretly dating. That would be projecting.
Do you not have friends?
Yeah, I got friends.
Do you not ever eat with your friends?
Not really. They don't come over and pick me up.
It's not weird.
They don't come over and pick me up and then come back over and hang out afterwards. No, I don't do that.
AJ. Let's say AJ wants to go eat dinner. And he picks you up in his car. You're saying that would never happen?
When AJ comes to Knoxville and he asks me to go get dinner, we meet at the place.
What is so weird about driving in a car with another man and going to dinner?
We meet at the place, we eat dinner, then we leave. I don't go back up into his hotel room and hang out.
Up in his hotel room.
Well, that's when he comes to town. He's in the hotel room. Like, we comes in for work, we go get dinner at this hotel bar we go to, and then afterwards I go my way and he goes his way. I don't go back up in his room to watch TV, and wrestle, and do those things. No, I don't.
Stop saying wrestle. Stop saying that.
I didn't realize when you said you ate pizza, I assumed you like ordered it and had it there and were just eating. But no,
we ate pizza at the restaurant.
You went out and ate, and then brought him back in.
That's where we saw
when
Charlie.
You were walking out, you'd be like, "Hey, so you want to come up for a little bit? You want to come in for a little bit?"
Okay, this is even weirder than it was before. Charlie was also getting a pizza. Sam, did you know that Charlie saw us? Because when I sent you,
when I came home last night.
Well, when I sent you that text, because Sam sent me a picture of his dinner, and I said that's going to be way better than Charlie's cold pizza.
Yeah, I was confused.
Yeah, I figured you would be.
Yeah,
but then you figured it out.
I quickly realized. Yeah,
and you had realized that I saw Charlie getting a pizza.
Did Charlie say, kind of weird? Him and
Sam,
Bear, they're getting
you should
dinner
see
together,
the
huh?
dinner that Sam cooked last night. It's a good looking dinner.
Sam's a good cook, I hear.
Hell yeah, it was a good looking dinner. I'd like to have a bite of that salmon. I got some salmon.
If you're nice, maybe
freezer,
Bear will
but
cook you some. Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Surfside is made with vodka, real tea, and real juice, and has only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right. No bubbles, no troubles. That's why Surfside was named the 2025 Spirit Brand of the Year by MarketWatch. Their variety packs come with options: iced tea, lemonade, or green tea. Find your flavor by trying them all. Surfside, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older to enjoy. Party smart.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account from Citizens National Bank, offering extra benefits including bank travel. This September, experience the perfect fall getaway on the New England Rails and Sails Tour, or join CNB in October to chase the Northern Lights in Iceland. Get in on the fun by calling 865-429-7935.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Good morning, sports fans. It's Aiden Sidoti through March 4th Talk Sports Update. Tennessee baseball took care of business Tuesday, defeating in-state foe ETSU 7-1 as Reese Chapman led the way with 3 hits. Henry Ford launched a 2-run homer as the Vols moved to 9-3 on the season. In the NFL, the Colts placed a transition tag on quarterback Daniel Jones, giving Indy the right to match any contract he signs elsewhere. It's the first time a quarterback has been hit with the transition tag since the Falcons placed it on Jeff George in 1996. In SEC hoops, number 5 Florida clinched its first conference championship since 2014, dominating Mississippi State 108-74 behind 26 points from Alex Condon. Hey, John and Cody, how much of a chance do you guys give the Gators of repeating this year? Back to you guys.
History 2. NASA launched the Interface Region Imaging Spectrograph in 2013 to study what?
You're listening to Talk Sports.
NASA launched
the Interface Region Imaging Spectrograph.
To study what?
To study what?
Mars.
The sun would
Damn
be the
it.
answer.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
All right, give me science for 3.
What does the Beaufort scale measure?
The Beaufort scale?
I guess it's pretty
Beaufort's.
Density.
When? Oh, God in heaven. It's wind speed.
Okay.
on 1340 WKGN.
It's like Penn State and Iowa in 2006.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Enjoy a light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. You want to pop one open now and start your wacky Wednesday? Go for it. Maybe a little Wednesday trivia tonight. Drink your White Claw. Drink it responsibly. Let's hit some Hour 2 headlines. What you got, Cody McClure?
Thank you, Cracker. Tennessee softball star Carlin Pickens exited with an injury yesterday against Belmont. I said we ran into Charlie. I tried to get some inside information about the how extensive Carlin's injury may be.
Do we have any updates?
He didn't tell us anything.
Yeah, do we actually have any updates? I imagine we don't yet.
No, I don't think we do.
I haven't seen any.
Carlin grabbed her right shoulder after firing a pitch, tried to test it with a warm-up pitch afterward, but deemed she couldn't keep going, says Ryan Sylvia of does he work for Bob? Let's see.
Yeah.
RTI, yeah. So Carlin Pickens hurt against Belmont. You hope it's nothing too serious, obviously. Hope she can come back from that. Just need to put some ice on it and, I guess, rest. What are the 4 steps? Rest. RICE is the acronym. Rest, ice, compression, elevate. Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Yeah. I don't know how you elevate your shoulder. You're already you just keep your hand up all the time. I don't know. So who knows what this could be? UCL. That's the only thing I know on the shoulder.
Yeah. Like when you hear
Tommy
a pitcher,
John.
when you hear a pitcher getting hurt, yeah, you think of like Tommy John, but like that's
Or in
obviously
this case, would it be Tommy Jane?
That's
Tammy Jane.
That's obviously with your elbow. The softball pitchers don't deal with that same type of movement. I don't know what it would really be in the shoulder outside of like the AC joint or something. So we're not really equipped to talk about this too much, but hopefully we get some positive stuff. I said it last night. She's the best athlete on campus. She is better at her craft than any athlete over there. You look puzzled. There's nobody on campus that's better at their sport than she is at hers.
Okay. Yeah, when you say it like that, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not saying she can run and jump the highest. I'm not saying she's the most athletic.
At first you said she's the best athlete.
Well, usually we use that interchangeable. Like, she's the best athlete.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying.
She's the best.
She's the MVP.
She is the best sports player at Tennessee.
Yes.
Nobody over there is better at what they do than what she does.
I doubt she could dunk.
No, I agree. but I'm saying she is the best at her sport.
She might be able to dunk. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't rule it out. She is pretty good. Let's hope she gets better.
And, of course, Tennessee, the Lady Vol softball team, #1 in the country. They have some legitimate national championship aspirations. It would be a
travesty.
Yeah, it would be sad. It would be pretty sad if she was not able to go out and try to get redemption from last year's performance in Oklahoma City.
Well, we're all pulling for her. That's for sure. Apparently, VFL Pete Hegseth says a torpedo from a U.S. submarine sank an Iranian warship. So, how about that? We're still out here using submarines firing torpedoes. Do you know that?
The mission is underway.
Yes. Yeah, we have sunk an Iranian warship, says VFL Pete Hegseth. That's cool, right? That the Secretary of, what's his job? Secretary of War? Secretary of Defense? I don't know.
Secretary of Missions.
Yes, Secretary of Missions. Either way, he's a VFL, though, so that's cool. Let's see here. See what else we got. Oh, Lady Vol news. This was a big story yesterday, too. Kaya Wynn leaving the team. Now, she was a senior Lady Vol on the basketball team, and she put out a damning statement about Kim Caldwell.
All right, so this is a Nashville, Tennessee native. Maybe the in-state context matters here, but you got the statement. Are you going to read it to me?
As John Ward once said, I will read it verbatim. The news has now broken that I have decided to step away from the Lady Vol program. This decision was not made lightly or instantly. For the past 5 years, I have given my all for Tennessee and have not regretted doing so once. Obviously, my last 2 seasons on the team have been less than ideal for many reasons, get to the point, but the one night I was most looking forward to was senior night. As someone who has never started a career game, not very good, I guess, I was hoping to start in my last appearance in Thompson Bowling. That obviously did not happen, and to be asked to check into the game with 15 seconds left while losing was not how I wanted to spend my final moments in my arena after 5 years. Although that was not the sole reason, it was the breaking point for me. I have the utmost love and respect for my teammates in this program and wish everyone nothing but the best. Thank you, Lady Vol Nation, for the past 5 years. You all made this kid from Tennessee so extremely happy. Heart emoji.
Sam, as a Nashville boy yourself, do you think she should have played? Do you think she should have got to start? Do you understand? Whose side are you on here? Because you called it pretty damning, Cody. I don't see it damning at all to Kim Caldwell. I know some people are going to pile on here and say it is because they're already mad at Kim and the losing is happening, but
right.
I don't really have a super big problem with this, but I'm willing to hear other perspectives. Sam, do you have one?
I don't have like super strong feelings either way. I do think we've seen plenty of instances on a senior day where you've been able to, start people that don't get able to start, and then they just play for 20 seconds, and then you get a dead ball, and then you just go back in there. And I think it's maybe a little bit of a worse look for Kim Caldwell when she does have a tendency to sub a lot. And so it's like, hey, we can just put this girl in for 15 seconds and then put the rotation that we actually want to start the game in.
Is it not a worse look just to take your ball and go home and quit the team, though? Like there's maybe 2 games left in the season. Like you're really just so disgusted that you're just going to quit.
Yeah, I think that's
like your
bad.
And your Lady Vol legacy, and maybe that's not fair to her. And like I'm not in that position, but like now your Lady Vol legacy is you quitting, and maybe it's her saying, "Hey, I'm quitting to make a statement, and I want people to know." And this is just another instance of Kim Caldwell not doing the right thing, or Kim Caldwell taking care of the Tennessee brand, whatever. Because some people are mad about this, and I do think her being an in-state kid matters. But also, like, Sam, you talked about other teams, finding a way to start seniors, and you're right. Now, I've seen sometimes that backfire, and those teams get down like 7 points to start the game whenever they start like some seniors that probably shouldn't be out there. And I would ask how many of those teams that have gone the token start routes, how many of them have been on like a historic losing streak, because Tennessee is the Lady Vols are making bad history in terms of they have never lost at the level they're losing right now. They have never lost 8 games out of 10. They've never lost 7 out of 9. Like those things have never happened. So like I imagine Kim did not want to get off to a bad start. and she wanted to try to hit the ground running because her main goal on, was it Sunday, should have been like winning the game, not giving this girl her send off. So I think I kind of side with Kim Caldwell here. Now, asking her to check in with 20 seconds left, like at that point, I agree with the player in that position. I'm not checking in with 20 seconds left. Go to hell. Like, you're not going to put me in there after the game's over for a token 20 seconds. I'm good on that.
I also wouldn't want a token start. Like she says in her statement, she has never started a game in her career.
Yes, like
some people are not starters, sweetheart.
Did she want to start and then get to play in the game? Like,
yeah,
would she have rather have got to start and then like they foul within 10 seconds to take her out? Like, what did she want?
There's thousands of seniors sitting around teams all over the country who have never started, who are not starters, and the expectation is not to start on senior day. I don't buy that.
In 2024, her junior year, before Kim Caldwell got there, she was one of 5 players to appear in all 33 games. So she used to be a rotation player.
I think she tore her Achilles.
She tore her Achilles, yeah. She tore her Achilles in October of last year before Kim's first season got started. So, like, I don't know if Kim would have played her, last year had she been healthy. I assume so, but I don't know that for sure. But, yeah, her coming back from a torn Achilles, she hasn't really played. At least, like, her UT bio is not giving her very many things where she's played this year. You know how they always kind of give you the career or the season highlights? Like, so far, it says, like, put together a 5.5 rebound performance in an exhibition. Had 3 points and 2 rebounds and an assist against ETSU in her return. So, like, maybe there's other stuff there that I'm unaware of, but, like, her bio's not painting her as a key part of this team, of course.
Yeah, she's not any good.
Well, no, and the Achilles, makes that tough. But I don't know what Kim Caldwell's supposed to do. She has to try to win these games. She had gotten some minutes. All right, so she had been playing somewhat. She played 3 minutes against Missouri in a blowout, 4 minutes against Arkansas in a blowout. So she's at least gotten some mop-up duty, which I don't know. I side with Kim here. I think it's a worse look for the player to quit.
Yeah, she quit the team. You don't quit on your teammates. That's rule number 1.
Season's going to be over in like 3 games anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
season's already over, brother.
Now she's just known as a person who quit.
Now she can go get a job like the rest of us.
Now, if her goal is to quit and to raise awareness and to further the conversation and further the arguing about Kim Caldwell, then mission accomplished. Like, if that's why she quit and that was her goal, okay.
I don't think it's that deep.
It might be. Otherwise, I don't know why she would quit.
Because she's a quitter.
You can't call her a quitter.
She's been here for 5 years and you're going to call her a quitter now at the very end.
Yeah, well, that's
crazy.
The worst time to quit.
Okay,
doing a coaching change and didn't still stuck around. Disagree.
Games.
If you quit,
it's the worst time to quit.
If you quit one time, are you a quitter?
If you quit with 3 games, if you quit in the middle of the season, you're a quitter, 100%. You don't quit on your teammates in the middle of the season.
Is this the middle of the season?
I mean, it's closer to the end of the season, but the point stands. You just don't do that.
I mean, like, by definition, she did quit. You could call her a quitter, but like, it's hard for me to call her a quitter whenever she battled back from a torn Achilles and like actually, came back from a bad injury. So like, it's not like when you call somebody a quitter, to me, it means like they don't have any fire or that they don't handle adversity or they don't try to handle adversity. Like, to me, that's what a quitter is. This person, if you're quitting, if you're leaving the team for a reason that you deem worthy of it, to me, is it the same thing as being a quitter?
Well, to me, it's as simple as a quitter is someone who quits.
Okay.
I mean, in the dictionary, quitter, someone who quits.
All right.
That's just, maybe quitter sounds very negative. Maybe it sounds like a bad term, but
I don't think the dictionary would use the word that it's trying to define.
You
in
can
the
go
definition.
ask Merriam or Webster or whoever you want to ask about it. I tell you who didn't quit on their
maybe
team.
they would, I guess.
You know who didn't quit on the team? That was Jason Witten. And his boy, Cooper, has committed to Oklahoma to play football. 2027 5-star linebacker Cooper Witten committed to Oklahoma. The son, of course, of Jason Witten, VFL, who was a Mackey Award finalist in 2002 and had a hell of a career with the Cowboys.
A person who gives up easily or does not have the courage or determination to finish a task.
Clearly her.
Yeah, see, I don't think it's the courage or determination, and I don't think she gives up easily. So that's why I wasn't going to call her a quitter. But, I mean, she did. It is a bad look to leave your teammates. I do agree with you there.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, do we really care? I feel like we spent 5 minutes too long on that.
No, I think we do care.
I
I think we do care. Like I said, it furthers a conversation about Kim Caldwell's job status and just the program she's running.
Well, Starbucks is coming to Tennessee. Any thoughts on Cooper Witten going to Oklahoma?
They hired his dad.
Yeah.
His dad's on the staff there.
Probably what we should have done.
Yeah, I don't know if that was an option of whether or not we could have hired him. I would assume so. But, like, is this kid worthy of hiring your dad just to get? I don't know. Like when Missouri did it with Michael Porter Jr. in basketball, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Michael Porter Jr. is a big-time prospect.
I think he's definitely worth hiring his dad when you couple it with the fact that his dad is Jason Witten.
Sure.
He's ours. He's our guy, you know.
But can he coach?
I don't know.
Aren't you always complaining about Heupel just hiring his boys?
Yeah, that's not one of his buddies. That would be.
But this would be the same concept of just hiring somebody because of who they are.
No, that would be going out on a limb for Heupel.
Jason Witten hasn't shown that he can coach.
No, but his son has shown that he can play ball.
Sure.
You bring him in, call him tight ends coach. You think Oklahoma's real? You think he's really going to be?
We have a pretty good tight ends coach.
Yeah, but do you think he's really going to be in charge of anything in Oklahoma?
Yeah, they gave him a real position.
I mean, maybe. I would think a former Dallas Cowboy NFL tight end would be able to coach tight ends in college, maybe.
Warren Sapp looked like a real big disaster at Colorado. Coaching there. I mean, he was better in the NFL than Jason Witten was.
Do you blame that on Warren Sapp or do you blame it on just the whole thing?
You mean like Dion?
Well,
do you have a lot of confidence in Heupel
the personnel and all that? No, not particularly.
I'm just not going to be mad at Heupel for not hiring Jason Witten.
I'm just saying you get a 5-star linebacker out of the deal.
4-star.
He's a 5-star.
Where? He's a 4-star on Rivals.
He's a 5-star according to William Pattison.
Okay, well, he's a 4-star on Rivals where I'm looking right here.
Maybe it's a composite or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a drive engagement.
I'm looking at On 3. He's a 4-star, so I don't know. Maybe he's a 5-star somewhere.
Starbucks has chosen Tennessee as the home for their corporate office.
The 247 composite has him as a 5-star.
The Global Coffee,
which is weird because they have him as a 4-star, and On 3 has him as a 4-star. So who the hell has him as a 5-star?
I don't know.
Boosts him up so much. I don't understand those sometimes. Starbucks is coming to Nashville. Is that what you're saying?
Starbucks is expanding its North American footprint with plans to open a new corporate office in Davidson County later this year. The investment reflects the company's continued coffeehouse growth and increasing customer demand, particularly across the Southeast. So they're moving a new corporate office to Nashville. How about that?
Speaking of things I don't care anything about.
Man doesn't even want to talk about Lady Vols, but he wants to talk about Starbucks corporate office.
Does anybody really care about this? How about Starbucks?
I think we spent 5 minutes too long talking about this.
Well, we talked about it.
We just wasted 2.5 minutes right there.
Bubba, you got a problem, son.
I do.
You got a
And
problem.
I'm voicing it right now.
Because I'm getting about sick of your mouth. And I'm going to come over there and I'm going to shut it for you.
Hey, you better back up.
Don't you raising your voice at me? Bubba, he hadn't said anything all week. The only time Bubba's chimed in all week is to give me grief.
Well, he's tired of your stuff.
I don't understand it, Bubba. I'm your only damn ally on this show.
That's not true, Bubba. Me and Sam
I'm
both
the
are your
only
allies.
guy on this show that loves you, Bubba.
That's not true, Bubba. Don't
I'm
listen
the
to
only
it.
one. He don't even like
It
you.
smells like natural gas in here. I hope it doesn't light.
Try to be a friend to a guy and he doesn't. I mean, just sad. It's very sad. You break my heart, Bubba. You break my heart.
Bubba was fired up about the Kim Caldwell story, and you made him feel dumb for caring. Just so you could tell us about coffee.
I told you a relevant news item about a major company moving into our state to boost our economy.
160 miles away from us.
We got some listeners in Nashville, though.
We have a huge footprint there.
Yeah, we got a big footprint in Nashville.
A relevant Nashville story, the way I see it, is a relevant Knoxville story.
You got any updates on Acme Feed and Seed?
They're staying open, actually.
Good batch of headlines. We'll talk some football coming up next. Stick with us.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. I'm happy to announce that our free stump grinding promotion for Fan Run Radio listeners is now extended to March 31st, 2026. If you've got trees in your yard that need to come down before they fall on your home, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes and mention you heard our ad on Fan Run Radio, and we'll get rid of that problem tree for you and grind those stumps for free. Call us at 865-384-2012 or check us out online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account from Citizens National Bank, offering extra benefits including bank travel. This September, experience the perfect fall getaway on the New England Rails and Sails Tour, or join CNB in October to chase the Northern Lights in Iceland. Get in on the fun by calling 865-429-7935.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
As soon as we could see clearly.
Really just leaning into the war, huh?
Cody wanted the song so bad.
It was a request.
So you guys are leaning into the war, huh?
The whole wide world is raining down on you. It still gives me chills. Do you get chills when you hear this?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I used to.
I still do. I think back to riding in my granddad's Jeep post 9/11. Think about how cool this song was.
Maybe just the first 2 sentences still get me fired up, but after that, not really.
What's the first 2 sentences?
My daddy served in the
army.
Yeah, that
where he lost his right.
Yeah, I mean that still gives me a little feeling, but yeah, the rest of it not.
The whole thing still gives me feelings.
That's good. That's good for you.
I'm like Mike Huckabee up there with playing his guitar in his cover band. Fired up. Sweet Home Jerusalem.
Cardinals cutting Kyler Murray. Sam, big deal or no deal?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I like seeing some new blood. Like the Jets, I feel like will be interested. All those quarterback needy teams. Like I'm interested in what the Vikings are going to do.
He's still going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, right? Like Kyler Murray has still got a chance to. He will be a starter somewhere. The question is where that is. Is it the Jets? Is it the Raiders? Is it the Dolphins? Is it the Colts?
I still can't believe you swindled me into trading you Josh Allen for Kyler Murray.
I can't believe you swindled yourself into that.
No, that wasn't even your worst trade. Your worst trade was trading
Justin Jefferson and what was it?
It was terrible.
CeeDee Lamb had a bum ankle and couldn't play for like a month and a half, and
I thought he was going to come back. Justin Jefferson wasn't any better. I mean,
nobody was better than no CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. I mean, Marvin Harrison wasn't good either. Basically, I just gave you Josh Allen for Kyler Murray.
Marvin Harrison had at least a couple moments. He had a couple nice games
You
for me.
swindled me.
Well,
you pulled the wool over my eyes.
You're somebody, Cody, who likes just flashy things. You're like a little raccoon. You just want to hold on to something shiny. That's all you want. And you saw Justin Jefferson.
That's not all a raccoon wants.
You're like, wow, Justin Jefferson, he's shiny. Let me grab onto this toy.
Don't put a raccoon in that box. Raccoon's got a lot of stuff
You're
going
like a little
on.
cat chasing a laser pointer. And you said, let me chase this laser pointer.
It does make you really kind of question the intelligence of cats, doesn't it?
Justin Jefferson, wow,
Like
he's
that-
so shiny. This guy used to be a top 5 pick. He was number 2.
Cats are arrogant, like they're so smart, like they think they're so smart, and then all you got to do is put a little laser pointer in front of them, and they just go nuts.
Number 2 overall. Wow, Justin Jefferson, give him to me.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he wasn't any good.
Sam, put yourself in a Raiders fan's shoes. You don't have to put on the shoulder spikes and eye patch and face paint, but if you were a Raiders fan and offered you 2 choices, which one would you want? Cody, you feel free to weigh in. Bubba, think about it as well. Option 1, Fernando Mendoza, a.k.a. dark-haired Kirk Cousins. Door 2 is Kyler Murray and a trade with the Jets. That gives you multiple first-round picks and no Fernando Mendoza. Which one would you rather walk through? Mendoza or Murray and picks?
I think I'd rather just be a fan of a different team.
That's true. You are willing to jump from
Yes,
one side to the other. You don't really have any loyalty.
that's right.
Okay, forget your answer. Sam, you like your team.
I think once you've got a new coach, especially like an offensive-minded one, I think you need to try to establish your identity or, head coach quarterback duo type of thing. I think you're just kicking the can down the road a little bit and hoping that you hit on one of these prospects down the line where it's like you're just kind of patching a hole with Kyler Murray for a year, where I think you need to kind of reset that organization a little bit and build the culture that you want.
Kyler Murray is only 28, so I don't think you'd just be putting a Band-Aid on for a year. If you hit with him, I mean, like the Seahawks did with Sam Darnold, you would have a quarterback for at least the next 5 or 6 years, which that's a lifetime in NFL years. So I don't think it's like a 35, 36-year-old quarterback that you're bringing in to try to kick the can down the road. If Murray pops at his next place, he'll be a starter for at least 4 or 5 years, I would say. Bubba, Murray and picks or Mendoza?
Well, the vibe of the Las Vegas locals out there and Raider Nation is that they want Mendoza. They want to feel represented, which is why I would take Kyler Murray and the picks.
So you're against representation?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'd probably just go watch Barry Manilow at Mandalay Bay. Find something else to do. You're in the entertainment capital of the world there.
Barry Manilow? Is that what you said you'd go do?
Something, anything. Whoever has a residency, Rod Stewart, maybe. I don't know.
I think we're staying away from the Mandalay Bay for a while.
Why?
It had some very unfortunate happenings.
Like what?
I mean, Jason Aldean can no longer be there ever again.
How come? What's funny?
You need to say more?
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, it's not funny. That's in poor taste.
My First Amendment rights, Cody. I'm not going to tell you.
It's also kind of a conspiracy.
Your First Amendment rights. What do you think the First Amendment is?
There's a guy I keep seeing on TikTok where he stands outside on the sidewalks and just films businesses, and the owners come out and he goes, "What am I doing wrong? It's my First Amendment rights here."
Well, yeah, I know.
I'm going to show you my Second Amendment right, Bubba.
That'd be more of your Fifth Amendment right, though, Bubba, on the microphone, not testifying against yourself. That would be you pleading the Fifth Amendment.
I'm not really testifying in a court of law.
Well, I know, but you're also not filming anybody's business either, so it's not really your First
If I
Amendment
tried to
either.
shoot Bubba through this glass, do you think it would ricochet? Why are you taking a picture of me?
It's my First Amendment right. What are you talking about?
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I don't like that guy. I know you're talking about. I don't like him. Do you like him?
No, I hate the guy.
Yeah, he's a good rage baiter.
I would love to just advertise my business constantly to him, or just say some really profane and graphic things.
He just sits out there at the damn camera running and waits for somebody to say something to him. He's like, "I'm just doing my First Amendment rights," which I don't know if that's how the First Amendment works. I don't know. Like, that's about the press and the media. Like, I don't think he's press or media.
You think that guy would be in favor of Mendoza, or would he take the picks with Kyler Murray?
He probably doesn't like. He probably calls football sports ball and doesn't watch it. He's got more important things in life going on.
Is it wrong to want first-round picks with a guy that not the worst quarterback in the NFL?
That's what I'm wondering, because I think if I was the Raiders, I'd be open to maybe trying this out, because the Titans were in a similar position in like 2014, 2015, and I felt like at the time I wanted to trade Marcus Mariota. Remember when Chip Kelly and the Eagles were rumored to try to come trade for Mariota on draft night, and we'd end up with like Mark Sanchez and draft picks? I was in the camp of I want Mark Sanchez and draft picks. Now, obviously, that wouldn't have been great. Mark Sanchez ended up going off the deep end and almost killing somebody. And, but Marcus Mariota didn't end up being great either. So, Sam, to me, the question is, do you have a lot of confidence that Fernando Mendoza is going to be good in the NFL? Because I don't know how I feel about it.
I mean, I think he's going to be pretty solid.
Yeah? You're sold on him?
I don't know. I mean, I get the point of Kyler Murray still being young-ish, but I just think, I don't know. I think that's kind of a roster that has stripped it down to the nails a little bit and is like clearly going towards youth. And like, I know that Kyler Murray is still somewhat young, but I just think you're going to want to get someone that you have like established control with.
But see, to me, if you are stripping it down, like you said, that to me would be part of the reason I would be interested in the Jets' haul of picks that they have, because the Jets got a lot of extra picks.
How many picks
Every
are you
rebuild
giving
starts
me?
with a quarterback.
How many picks you giving me? What's the number of picks?
Usually the going rate for moving up to the number one spot's at least 2 extra picks.
2 first-round picks?
An extra first-round pick and maybe even a third or fourth-round pick after that. Plus, you'd get to pick at number 2 and get like a stud defensive player.
So I either
or an
have
offensive lineman.
Fernando Mendoza, or I have Kyler Murray and picks.
Right.
I mean, you take Kyler Murray in the picks.
Well, that's kind of the reality. Now, maybe if you're the Jets, you'd have the same option of like, hey, would we rather try to trade our picks and get Fernando Mendoza, or just overpay Kyler Murray and roll the dice there?
It ain't like Fernando Mendoza's Andrew Luck. You know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of what I'm wondering. Like, because Sam said he was sold on him. How do you feel about Mendoza?
Well, I
in the
mean,
NFL?
I don't know. I don't know what he's going to be. I don't think you ever know. I don't
You
think
don't.
you ever know until the guy steps on the field.
No, and
But
that
there's some guys you got a pretty damn good idea though.
there are quarterbacks that you feel really good about, and I don't know if Mendoza's that guy or not. Off the field, I feel confident in Mendoza, like as a leader and as somebody that's going to lead your franchise and not get in trouble and do the work and have the work ethic and do all those things. Like he's going to do all that. I feel pretty good about him being at least a starting level quarterback in the NFL.
I mean, look, if Bryce Young can play for the Panthers, I'm not going to rule out that Fernando Mendoza can play for a team. I don't know if he'll make it or not, but
I think that ties into what we talked about with the Titans, though.
I'd rather have the picks, though.
I think all of these picks at the top of the draft have some question marks about them. I just think that's the way the draft works. If you go through the top 10 every year, there's going to be about, I would say at least 3 or 4 busts out of the top 10.
Well, and the thing is, yeah, you take the picks instead of Fernando. You take the picks and Kyler Murray, then you got to hit on the picks. And
or you take the picks, and I guess you could trade them for stars. Like Bubba says, is there a problem with wanting the first-round picks? I don't think so. I also think that like having them as draft capital or trade chips to go get somebody like A.J. Brown would be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
In the Jets position. Like instead of going to get a quarterback in the draft, maybe I would just, hey, here's Kyler Murray. Let me get him A.J. Brown. Because the Eagles, put out basically their statement without putting out a statement that they are looking for a first-round pick and a second-round pick is what Howie Roseman is letting people know.
The Eagles?
They are open for business with A.J. Brown, but they said they want like Quinnen Williams type of return where they get a first and second-round pick. I don't know if A.J. Brown's worth that or not, but
no.
The Rams won them a Super Bowl a couple years ago by not overvaluing first-round picks. So that getting veteran players might be the move, anyways.
The Rams got a very good front office.
They do. The Eagles do too, which is why the Eagles, I think, are comfortable in saying, "Here's our asking price. If you're desperate enough, come get it. If not, we're going to keep A.J. Brown here, and he's going to play football."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't really want any part of Kyler Murray.
I don't think I would either.
But if you give me the picks with it, I mean, I don't know. Like Sam said, you kick the can down the road because you know what Kyler Murray is going to give you.
Would you have said the same thing last year, though, about not really wanting Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold's Sam Darnold is the new Kurt Signetti. He is this anomaly that is going to drive people to make some bad decisions and make rash decisions. In college football, you're going to always be firing people and looking for some unnamed guy because, hey, Kurt Signetti did it. And I think in the NFL, you're going to be like, hey, these veteran retreads, they might work out. Buying these super talented young guys that maybe got a raw deal, they might work out. Look at Sam Darnold. He won a Super Bowl.
I wouldn't have said that because Sam Darnold was coming off a good year, whereas Kyler Murray has never really
so you would have
never been that it guy.
So you would have said about Sam Darnold 2 years ago before he took the Vikings to like 13-4?
Yeah, maybe 2 years ago, yeah.
I still don't think people were really beating down the door for Sam Darnold last year after he, kind of choked in Week 18 and in the playoffs.
I wouldn't have been beating down the door, but I would have rather had him over Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, I don't. I don't like him as a quarterback.
I don't think any fan base would really be excited about Kyler Murray.
No.
Sam, pick one. Kyler Murray, Malik Willis. Those are the two biggest free agency names right now.
Jeez.
Aren't you going to get Kyler Murray for a better price?
Is that? I mean, that's you kind of saying you'd rather, or the market saying
I think paying Malik Willis $35 million or whatever it is a fast track to the organization.
Are we sure that Kyler Murray's not going to get the same thing? Like if Malik Willis is getting that, is Kyler Murray not proven more that he?
Well, wasn't it like that's why I'm saying I thought I saw something where it's like the Cardinals are going to have to pay Kyler Murray basically, and then you're going to be able to get Murray on like a vet minimum type of deal.
I mean, he probably has the option to take a little bit of a haircut on the money because he's getting a check from the Cardinals, but I would imagine he still wants to get as much money as possible. It's because like this might be his last contract,
My answer would be neither. I would pay neither of them.
Not much of a market this year, huh?
No, there's not. And the Indianapolis Colts put the transition tag on Daniel Jones, which means that like, hey,
the transition tag.
Yeah, the transition.
What is he
tag.
now, Daniela Jones?
Okay, it wasn't even funny. It wasn't even.
It was a little bit funny.
It wasn't even good.
It was a little bit. Good.
Everyone saw where it was going.
They didn't see it that quick.
Everyone saw it.
You saw it.
You transition. They knew what was coming.
They didn't know I was going to say Daniela Jones.
You could have subverted expectations and actually had a good joke.
Come on. Daniela Jones was – come on. It was decent.
So that means Daniel Jones would be on a 1-year, $37.8 million deal to return to the Colts. However, it also gives other teams like the Dolphins, like the Jets, like whomever, an opportunity to negotiate a contract with Daniel Jones, a long-term deal. Pay him 4 years, $120 million or whatever. And then the Colts would get a chance to match it. It's the first time it's been used on a quarterback in decades. It doesn't really happen. So we'll see what happens with the Colts and Daniel Jones. But the three names I gave you, Daniel Jones, Malik Willis, and Kyler Murray, not a lot.
I mean,
of guys that make you feel really good.
I'd take Daniel Jones if I'm picking between those three.
Daniel Jones coming off of a torn Achilles?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Of the three, Sam,
I wouldn't feel good about it.
Daniel Jones coming off a torn Achilles over the other two? Over Malik Willis and over Kyler Murray?
No. I mean, I guess I'll take Kyler Murray.
It's bleak, man. Maybe just take Mendoza and just roll the dice there. Yeah.
Actually, maybe that's the answer. At least there's an unknown. At least there's an excitement with Mendoza. Like,
well, I know that's how I feel from a Titan standpoint with Cam Ward. I'm glad I'm not in this quarterback market.
Yeah, can't relate, huh?
Can't relate.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback.
Got one.
Yeah.
Got one.
Malik Willis. Where was he after the Titans?
The Packers.
Oh.
And then you got to do some mop-up duty and then got to start a couple games. And he looked pretty good in the games when he gets to play. I mean, he whipped the Titans' ass earlier. Was it this year that beat the Titans' ass, or was that 2 years ago?
I remember him playing now.
He looks pretty good. Now, I don't know if I would get excited about him being my franchise's starting quarterback, but he was an interesting prospect coming out of college. He's still young. There might be something there.
How about Josh Dobbs?
What about him?
I don't know.
As a starting quarterback?
I mean, if Malik Willis is that guy, why can't Josh Dobbs be that guy?
Malik Willis is better than Josh Dobbs.
You sure?
From watching them play in the NFL, yeah.
Did you not see what Josh Dobbs did in the 2016 Outback Bowl against Northwestern?
I was there, unlike you.
I might have been there. I don't remember.
I feel like you probably would have remembered.
This guy's wearing a damn concert shirt of a concert he didn't go to. What the hell's the point of that?
Oh, it's a football game.
Let's go to break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go. Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are there any other big football talking points we can squeeze out here in the next 5 or 6 minutes?
Not
really, right?
I saw someone talking about the Cardinals' potential offense. It was with Malik Willis, but it was like I think it was maybe them drafting Jeremiah Love at the top of the first, and it made like Malik Willis, Jeremiah Love, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, I mean they got young talent. I have seen like Jeremiah Love be linked to Arizona, and it didn't really make sense to me because I was like, they don't have a quarterback, and that's kind of what we talked about with the drafting a running back high yesterday was if you're doing it, you better have a quarterback, otherwise it's kind of dumb. Now maybe investing in Malik Willis and then getting the best player in the draft, which a lot of people are calling Jeremiah Love the best player in the draft, getting him. I will say that Jacoby Brissett unlocked Marvin Harrison Jr. a little bit last year. Like I think Marvin Harrison Jr. went from feeling like a bust when he was playing with Kyler Murray to at least like, okay, there's something here. He had a couple of decent games with Jacoby.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if that's worthy of a graphic getting put together, like a Bleacher Report, who's going to stop this graphic if Malik Willis is at the center of it. But there's some interesting things there, and I don't know how good of a quarterback you need in today's NFL. I don't know. Bo Nix was the 1 seed this year. I don't think Bo Nix is very good. I don't think he's bad, but like I don't think he's good. I think he's serviceable. Do I think Malik Willis or Kyler Murray or some other guy in free agency,
Derek Carr,
could be as good as Bo Nix last year? Yeah, probably. What's the latest on Derek Carr's comeback, Bubba? You guys signed him yet?
No, we haven't. But there's a tepid market apparently for Derek Carr because they're comparing again him to the guys you just named with Malik Willis, Kyler to Kirk Cousins also getting a shout out in this article as well.
Tepid enthusiasm or a tepid market's not good, right? That's a negative thing. So I would imagine the market is pretty tepid for Derek Carr because I don't think anybody's going to be super excited to sign him.
I think the Cardinals would need to take a running back first, try to get Etienne or somebody like that.
My biggest problem
Aaron
with
Jones.
Love in the draft, Sam, is that if you draft Love at number 4, he's automatically like the highest paid running back in the league because of the way like the rookie slot works. Like he's not the highest, but he'd be like a top 5 paid running back from the get-go. And maybe it'd be worth it. It's just
I think he's going to be worth it. Yeah.
Maybe it'd be worth it. It's just the salaries jumping in like is kind of hard to swallow.
Titans ain't worried about money right now, brother.
No, they're not. They're not. The Bengals made it official that Trey Hendrickson is not getting the franchise tag. The Bengals completely bingled that. They should have traded him last year when they had the chance. They should have traded him at the trade deadline. They didn't. So now you look, and if you are the Titans and you're looking at this from a Tennessee perspective, 2 of your biggest needs are edge rusher and center. And when you look at ESPN's top 100 free agents, the top 3 guys are edge, center, edge. Do either Hendrickson, Linderbaum, or Jalen Phillips do anything for you from a Titans perspective? That kind of leaves you a little bit more flexibility or a path to go and just, look at Love and maybe a wide receiver in the draft to try to fix other needs through free agency because the Titans got a lot of money to spend.
I'm good on Jalen Phillips, but yeah, I'm definitely wanting to go hard at Tyler Linderbaum. I'd be down for Trey Hendrickson too.
Why Hendrickson yes and Phillips no?
Injury history.
Yeah. Because to me the injury history almost gets called a wash when one's 27 and one's 31. I don't know. Seeing Hendrickson, I mean, he's getting labeled as the number 1 free agent on the market. So, people still view him that way. But when I see 30 in the name, thinking about giving a big free agency deal does make me a little bit weary. man, this is not a free agency class that gets anybody excited, though, when you just look at names. Like, Hendrickson's a big talent. And like I said, in the draft side of things, you could get some good young talent there on the defensive side of the ball. And then also, like with Hendrickson, you can get Max Crosby. The trade market, to me, with Crosby and A.J. Brown may be more interesting than the free agency class or maybe even most of the draft stuff, because I think both those guys are absolute blue chippers. Like, Crosby's better than Hendrickson, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's just you got to trade assets to get him versus sign him outright as a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
That changes the math there. Looking at the pretty positions, though, the glamour positions, like they're telling me your boy Alec Pierce, Bubba, is the number 1 wide receiver.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, that's what they're saying. Now, he did lead the league last year in yards per catch. He had over 21 yards per catch. Broke 1,000 yards. I don't even think did he even break 50 catches? I don't even think he broke 50 catches last year.
47.
Yeah. So 1,000 yards on 47 catches is kind of crazy.
He had a good year the year before, too.
Yeah. VFL Lante Taylor coming in at number 9 on the free agency list.
Where's Juwan Jennings in this?
That's a good question, because I imagine he's going to be somewhere in the top 25 or so, but right, number 25. Juwan Jennings at number 25. So a couple Vols. Speaking of the 2015 Outback Bowl against Northwestern, Alante Taylor and Juwan Jennings.
Great players.
Where the hell have you been?
Good football players. I was away for a few minutes.
Doing what?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Well, I was going number 2 in the restroom.
I apologize to the audience for asking.
You said you wanted to know.
Somewhere somebody just sat down for a late breakfast, or maybe they're listening to the podcast and eating lunch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I had an early breakfast, which is why I had to go.
Much like the image of Cody and Bear being shirtless and oiled up, wrestling each other after eating pizza.
Bear can't wrestle anymore.
Partly oiled up from the grease from the pizza.
Saying the things you say is ridiculous.
Much like that,
Bear doesn't have that kind of mobility anymore.
A little uneasy. So too did Cody going number 2.
The way that you're saying that, Cody, is like acting like you guys would have done it if you had the mobility.
They tried it and realized, I can't do this anymore. You got to be a little bit more gentle.
Even if we did
you got to be a little bit more gentle with me now.
Gentle.
You got to be a little more gentler with me now.
Even if we did wrestle, Bear ain't got that kind of. He can't do that. He can't get around like that. You know that.
VFL Cade Mays, number 39 on the free agency list. We got some balls in the NFL, boys. We got some balls in the NFL.
Yeah.
Free agency class.
Sure we do.
Well, I hope you washed your hands.
Obviously.
Hour 3.
Some kind of monster.
Hour 3 headlines coming at you. Stick with us.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10, ay. Overrated, underrated on Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports said, not in my house, I ain't talking to Kim, babe. Johnny Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee Volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends. Nico ain't nothing but a nuisance. 2026, we making new.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. This batch of headlines brought to you by our friends over at Inward Half. Check out some of their new arrivals over at inwardhalf.com. Get you a nice can cooler, a nice belt. Get you some accessories for the whole family. Everyday comforts, unmatched performance, inwardhalf.com. I'm excited about the golf this weekend, Sam. I'm pumped for it.
Who are you picking?
I ain't decided yet. Who would you pick?
I don't know yet, honestly.
Seems like Scotty's due for a win here, right?
I mean, it's not a bad bet to go back to that well.
Well, I mean, I know I'm not recreating anything there. I'm not being smart there. I saw some stuff about his performance at this course and just how awesome he is at this course. He's like basically top 3 in every of the metrics. So like to me, it just made me think like he's kind of due for a top win.
Mm-hmm.
This is one he'll want to win. Made me feel like just taking him at plus 300 was maybe not the best value, but sometimes 7s come out on the dice table. You know what I mean? You want to bet the other numbers. Like, hey, let's do a hard 8s. Hey, let's lay a couple 10s. Okay, that's cool. Sometimes you should just bet 7s. It's kind of how I feel about Scotty this weekend. Inwardhalf.com. Pick you up some gear. Support the people who support us. Hour 3 headlines. Cody McClure. Gonna lather it up and roll around with it like headlines was named Bear. Let's go.
Speaking of rolling around, that's what hogs do sometimes in the mud.
Yeah.
And Arkansas has just struck a sweeping new partnership with Tyson Foods with a fascinating twist, says Brandon Marcello. I don't know how fascinating this is, Brandon. The deal places Tyson's logo on all 19 Arkansas team jerseys, and about 90% of the money will go directly to Arkansas athletes through NIL deals. So, jersey patches, boom, here we go. Hogs, Tyson Foods.
Okay.
Paving.
You're up, Pilot.
Yep. Didn't LSU secure theirs? Don't they have?
Yeah.
Didn't we see theirs recently?
I don't remember what it was though.
I don't either. Pilot's got to be that's got to be us, right? We got to do Pilot. Bubba shakes his head in disgust and says, no.
Anything with the Haslam's, no, sir.
Bubba, you wear that Pilot hat I gave you all the time.
Nope.
Yeah, you do.
Yes,
I've worn
you
it
do.
about 3 times in my life.
Nope. All the time was a little bit hyperbolic.
I miss the Pilots, man. I miss them.
Truckers don't.
Is that true? Truckers prefer Loves or what?
Well, wasn't there the whole thing where they weren't paying their truckers enough or something like that, and truckers were on strike or something like that?
Pilot wasn't paying the truck drivers? I don't think that's how it works.
There was a lawsuit, Bubba. You're talking about the lawsuit where they had said some negative things on record. There's recordings of them making fun of Hispanic drivers, I'm pretty sure.
Sure, yeah.
Did you see Arizona State?
The truck stops don't pay truck drivers to come in. Other companies are paying the truck drivers.
The only time you get paid at a truck stop is if you're getting an EFS check or if you're a lot lizard. Did you see where Arizona State hit Bill Self with the smoke machine as he got ejected?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Good move by them. They stormed the court last night. I was wondering if they would as I watched the end of that game. Billy Idol.
There was the lawsuit. Maybe Bubba's talking about the lawsuit where they weren't given a part of that one where they got sued and we uncovered that they were saying mean things about like Hispanic drivers. They were like cheating people on like the fuel rebate stuff, according to the lawsuit. There was that.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's perfect. Billy Idol, the rock star. You familiar with him?
Yeah, I know Billy Idol. Kidding me? I
Yeah.
love Billy Idol.
He
Welcome
says-
to the Jungle. That's
Right.
one of the best songs of all time.
Sure. He says in a recent interview that smoking crack helped him to quit heroin. He says it was a nice alternative to get off the heavy stuff.
I mean, it makes sense to me. That's how you got off of dip, right?
By doing more nicotine, yeah.
Yeah, you got off dip by doing crack, and then all of a sudden that helps you.
Yeah, I was able to quit nicotine by doing more nicotine. Pelican got on the field yesterday during the Santa Barbara game. There was a delay during the baseball game.
Okay.
A pelican on the field.
I don't know if I saw this.
So Santa Barbara. New York mom has just delivered a massive 13-pound baby boy. The newborn is so large, he already requires clothes made for a 6-month-old baby.
That's a big-ass baby. Have you seen the pictures of him?
Yes, I have.
That's a big-ass baby.
He's already got offers from Alabama, LSU, and Tennessee, it says. Ha, ha, ha.
It's a big baby.
Kirby Smart will be next to pursue the baby. He is big. Reminds me of big baby Glenn Davis. Remember him?
Sure.
Didn't he get in trouble with the law? I think he ended up embezzling some money or something.
There was something like that, yeah.
Something like that with the state of Louisiana or something. I don't know. Well, Senator Marsha Blackburn says last night the Nashville Metro Council voted to oppose the Music City Loop. I've been telling you about this loop Elon Musk is trying to do from the airport.
Right.
Well, now these politicians are getting in on it. They want to oppose it.
What's the reason to oppose it?
Because taxpayers are not paying for it. It's a private project, and woke bureaucrats should not condemn the Boring Company simply because they don't like Elon Musk, says Marsha Blackburn. Governor Bill Lee says Tennesseans who live and work in Nashville know better than anyone that innovative solutions are needed to address infrastructure challenges.
I guess they have some of this. They have one of these already in Las Vegas. Did we know this?
That's right.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Have you ever taken it?
No, I've never taken it. I call my friend Ralph we'll call him.
Shout out to my boy Charlie. He picks me up too.
Ralph picks me up in a bus and has things waiting for me.
I saw where they said, like, if you're a Tennessean that's going to be in Las Vegas in the month of March, you can use this service for free.
You know, I will be.
You will be what?
Tennessean in Las Vegas in the month of March.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Only for one night, but I will be there.
When is that?
Toward the end of the month.
Huh?
Me and Ma are taking our California trip here toward the end of the month. I'm going to be gone for a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks?
Uh-huh. Yep. Well, another bill.
Can you give me the dates on that so I can plan, please?
Yeah, I told you we'd talk about it off air.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for you to talk about it. That was a week ago when you said you were going to talk about it. We haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
Can you give me the dates on that? I have to make some plans.
Right. Well, you know it's coming around the corner. But continuing with the politics in Tennessee, a bill to ban selling lab-grown meat in Tennessee is receiving bipartisan support. Now, this is something we can all get behind. Ban lab-grown meat. Screw you, Bill Gates. We don't want your lab-grown meat.
Mm-hmm.
We want the meat to come from the animals until we go vegan, of course. Because we may be making a transition soon.
You're going vegan?
It's possible. Big things coming soon. Big things coming soon. Did you see where Mitch Barnhart he retired and then immediately got a new job with Kentucky?
Yeah, I mean, I get it from Kentucky's perspective. Like, hey, you're not good at running this athletic department right now, so we're just going to move you, but we're not going to pay you some big buyout. So we're going to give you a different job, probably an easier job. Like, you've been a pleasure to work with, Mitch, but you can't call the shots anymore. You ran off John Calipari.
Oh.
And now our basketball program's in the dumps. You got to go. But we're not paying you a buyout, so go ahead and just work as he's doing, like something with like housing or something. Is that right? Or
yeah, he's just going to sit on his ass and collect a check, I imagine. $950K a year.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Also comes with a country club membership.
And 10 tickets to every game.
Yeah, health insurance and a hefty salary. Pretty good gig. CVS says that 134 Tennessee locations could close if this conflict of interest bill passes. Have you heard about this? There's threats that CVS could be closing all of its Tennessee locations. The pharmacy, you familiar? CVS?
I know who CVS is, yeah.
They could be closing every Tennessee location if a certain bill passes. State lawmakers are discussing conflict of interest in the pharmaceutical industry that could result in CVS closing more than 100 locations in Tennessee.
Will we still have Walgreens?
As far as I know, yeah, for now. State Senator Bobby Harshbarger proposed a bill that would not allow pharmacy benefit managers from owning or controlling pharmacies. PBMs are essentially the middlemen between insurance companies and drug manufacturers. It's kind of a complicated story, but just know that CVS could be closing near you.
I think we have too many of them in the first place.
Too many CVS.
I mean, you can go on like a block and see a Walgreens and a CVS next to each other.
We're a sick country.
Sometimes.
I need allergy medicine. Every now and then CVS will send me a $2 off coupon. I'll go in there and get some breath mints or something. I go into my CVS pretty frequently, honestly.
We're sick because our food supply is poisoned.
I was sick because I had, just a pretty bad ear infection. I don't think it really had anything to do with foods. What was I in there for last time?
Drinking too much?
No, I was in there for something a month or two ago. What was I sick with, Sam? You remember?
Alcoholism.
AIDS.
HPV.
I don't think CVS would be able to do anything for me if
Syphilis,
it was AIDS. Maybe if it was HIV and we were trying to stop it. No, I was sick for something. I had to
Genital
go in
warts.
There. Oh,
pneumonia.
I mean, that was last year. They did help me. Well, actually, no, I went to the other
ear infection or something.
No, something else.
Sick in the head.
Maybe it was when I thought I was getting pneumonia again. They gave me some medicine and knocked it out. Maybe that was
Whooping
it.
cough.
They did a good job. I
Polio.
appreciated being able just to pop in, pop out, be able to pick up the medicine in the same place you get it. I like CVS. I don't want them to close. I'm loyal to them over Walgreens, but I got no beef with Walgreens. They're cool too.
You better oppose this bill then.
Okay, I would like to be on record. I oppose the bill.
FIFA has put World Cup playoff tickets on sale for less than $17 for matches in Mexico.
Are they still going to go play this in Mexico?
Yeah, the World Cup facing challenges with the violence in Mexico.
They're still going to go. They're still going to hold it there. That seems crazy.
Yeah, only 100 days to go until the World Cup.
Sam, how do you feel about Jurickson Profar?
You can burn in hell.
162 game PED suspension.
What a moron!
After being suspended 80 games last year.
I'm ready for the Nashville Stars. The Braves are pissing me off.
It is crazy how far the Braves have fallen. Like, I mean,
too worried about
everyone told me they were going to,
instead of being a healthy baseball franchise.
Everyone said they were going to be set to be a dynasty after they won that one World Series after the Dodgers got hurt in 2021. Everyone's like, "Oh, we're so young, we're so good, everyone's so cheap."
And they said, "How about the battery instead?"
Yeah, seems like things have gone really downhill once the Dodgers got healthy.
Did you see where the Florida football coach did a photo shoot with an alligator?
Yeah, kind of cool. Even if that guy's kind of a dork. He's trying. Trying
to be cool.
Any interest in this Game of Thrones movie?
Say what?
You're so bad at giving the news. I need you to lock in.
Well,
give me the news. Game of Thrones movie about Aegon's conquest in the works. Do anything for you?
Yeah, I still follow Game of Thrones stuff when they do new stuff.
Okay. This guy's gotten so bad at the news.
I'm about sick and tired of you criticizing the damn news.
We're going to have to cancel the headlines.
Find a new lane.
We're going to have to cancel headlines.
Find a new lane.
We're going to have to cancel it.
No, we're not going to cancel it. We're going to do the damn news like we've done every day for the last 10 years, and we're going to continue to do it every damn day. And I'm going to tell you all the big news. I've given you all the big news today. Name something valid that I've missed in today's news.
Jurickson Profar.
Who?
The Bears center retired.
The Bears center retiring. Those are both huge
Bears
stories.
center retired.
Those are both huge stories.
That's a huge story.
Yeah.
That the Bears center retired.
I preferred.
He's only 27.
I think the Jurickson Profar news is bigger than that, but it's still a big deal.
Who
that
is
the Bears.
Jurickson Profar?
You didn't have Trey Hendrickson not getting tagged. That's a pretty big story.
Yeah, I mean, I could go to ESPN and click the NFL tab.
Well, I mean, that would be a part of what your duty should be.
I choose what to put.
Okay,
I saw that Trey Hendrickson had a tag or didn't get a tag or whatever. I chose not to include it.
They don't ask me what you missed.
I'm not going to read every damn thing on that page.
I'm not saying you should read every damn thing.
I read the ones that I find to be interesting.
So you care more about your interest than the audience's interest.
I care about the news.
Starbucks Corporation happening in Nashville.
At first, he told us it was about what the audience cares about. That's what he said at the beginning with the trees. But it really comes down to what he cares about.
Let me tell you something, bucko. I don't come on here and criticize the segments you do
yes,
that
you
I don't
do.
find interesting.
Yes, you do, all the time.
You did 20 minutes on the Raiders earlier, and I could have fallen asleep because I didn't care.
You do
but
it all
I
the
didn't
time.
criticize you.
Went to the bathroom.
Yeah, brother, you weren't in
I had to poop. I had to poop.
You do it literally all the time. If you don't believe me, check out the brand new Fan Run Radio app, everybody. Download it if you're an Apple user. Go to the video section and find any interview we have done. Check out the Brooks Austin interviews. Check out the Will Ward interviews where Cody just sits here and looks at his phone just completely uninterested and checked out.
That is you criticizing.
That is you criticizing it.
That is not me criticizing.
Yes, it is.
That's me being silent.
That is a silent protest.
That's something you like to do.
That is
your thing,
silent
and
protest,
I don't criticize it.
And you sit there and you look completely bored and you silently protest.
It is not a protest.
Don't sit on here and say that you don't criticize my segments.
You can
take
me off camera. Take me off camera. What do you want me to do? You're doing an interview.
I want you to participate. I want you to be a part of it.
What am I going to ask Brooks Austin?
A question.
What am I going to ask? And
question.
I like Will Warren.
You don't ever ask him any questions.
I love Will Warren. I got nothing to ask.
You look so
I got nothing to ask.
You look so disgusted by it.
I got nothing. I'm not disgusted by it.
So don't sit here and say that you don't criticize our segments.
I don't.
You do.
I let you do your thing.
And then, you silently protest and look like you are so bored and so bothered to be doing it.
I do not. That is not what I'm doing.
Go watch any of the videos. Again,
that is not what I'm doing.
The brand new Fan Run Radio app. We got all the videos on the front page now. You can go check it out. Everything's very accessible and easy to get to. We got all our podcasts up there. We got all our news articles from fanrunradio.com.
Well,
you can interact with the shows and then go through the videos and see, Cody just looking completely unbothered. He was mad that Bubba, he was mad that me and you talked about the Lady Vols for 5 minutes. So don't let him tell us that he doesn't criticize our segments.
Let me ask you this. That app, I tried to, it wouldn't let me update. Should I delete my app and re-download it? Is that what I should do?
You needed to ask me that?
Well, I assume that's what
How old are you?
Like 28.
You should know by now. Yeah, just delete the app and download the new one.
Okay. Well, that's what I assumed. It wouldn't let me update for some reason.
Okay, well then just delete it and update the new one.
And just get the new. Well, I didn't. I guess what I'm asking is I didn't know. I wanted to make sure I downloaded the right one.
You'll see it. It's got a different cover.
What I'm saying?
It's got a different cover. It's got a little orange, black, white logo in the middle. It looks a lot different than the old.
I have heard great things about it. I have heard people are very impressed with the layout.
Good.
They like it.
Good. I worked hard on it.
You did it? You designed the app?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I worked hard on it. I mean, I didn't do the technical work behind it.
Oh.
As I'm not an app developer, but I designed it. I just didn't do it. I was like an architect. You know how the architect is not the builder? He just maps it out. I mapped it out.
I've never really known what architects do.
Okay. Well, I mapped it out, and somebody else were the construction
That used
workers.
to be where they put me in my placement when I would take you remember in high school you take those tests, the placement tests?
They'd tell you to be an architect?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I never went through with it because I figured out it was a lot of math. It's not just drawing. There's actually a ton of math involved.
We got a Danny White vote of confidence. Bubba, did you ever figure out what we're power ranking? Did anybody in the chat yesterday give good options?
I sent you 11 suggestions.
Yeah, what you sent was just absolutely dumb.
Okay.
Just absolutely dumb. You
go ahead.
For
a
power rankings with me and him, you know what his first suggestion was, Sam? His first suggestion was Zen flavors.
For me, I put me in parentheses.
Yeah.
Which means you pick your thing. Like you could power
rank.
rank.
Power rank different things.
Well, you could. You could.
Like that's how dumb the suggestion was. Let's power rank Zen flavors.
Okay, you didn't like that one. How about the other 11?
I honestly don't even know if I got to them.
I sent you an entire list of suggestions.
Once I saw
where are your suggestions?
Once I saw Zen flavors, I stopped because I was like, "Well, this guy's clearly not taking it seriously. This guy clearly doesn't care."
Let me put it up to the audience.
Flavors.
Audience, what would you like us to power rank? Fruit flavors, meats, classic rock songs, women wrestlers, cold cuts, race car drivers, grocery stores, drinks, celebrities above age 90, cakes because today's National Pound Cake Day. Words because it's National Grammar Day.
Let's power rank words.
Or sons because today is National Sons Day. Those are all interesting. I didn't see the rest of you come up with a damn thing.
That's not true. I sent you streaming services, fictional dads,
you sent me
excuses,
two things that Cody your group chat sent.
Excuses that Cody makes for missing work. All of those were good. All three of those were good.
You didn't come up with any of them. You said,
well, the idea was that the audience came up with it. If you remember from last week, the audience was that it's a audience. They picked the topics.
Every one of mine are good. Every one of those are good.
Was fruit flavors just fruits or artificial flavors?
Artificial flavors of fruits. Okay. Yeah. All mine are good. Cold cuts is my favorite. I'd like to do cold cuts myself.
This guy gets on my damn nerves.
Likewise.
Sam Sinister Break is Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans, this is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Good morning, sports fans. It's Aiden Sidoti through March 4th Talk Sports Update. Tennessee baseball took care of business Tuesday, defeating in-state foe ETSU 7-1 as Reese Chapman led the way with 3 hits. Henry Ford launched a 2-run homer as the Vols moved to 9-3 on the season. In the NFL, the Colts placed a transition tag on quarterback Daniel Jones, giving Indy the right to match any contract he signs elsewhere. It's the first time a quarterback has been hit with the transition tag since the Falcons placed it on Jeff George in 1996. In SEC hoops, number 5 Florida clinched its first conference championship since 2014, dominating Mississippi State 108-74 behind 26 points from Alex Condon. Hey, John and Cody, how much of a chance do you guys give the Gators of repeating this year? Back to you guys.
A sign when things aren't going well is when a boss has to come out and give a vote of confidence, and that's exactly what Danny White has done with Kim Caldwell. He was talking with Sports Talk. Kind of ripped off our name, right? Sports Talk, Talk Sports, what the hell?
Yeah, kind of weird, isn't it?
Kind of ripped off our name.
Considering we're the longest running morning show,
sports
radio morning show of the same name in town.
I don't even think it has to be of the same name. I think we're just the longest running. We're the longest running duo.
That's true.
Yeah.
Longest running morning duo and sports duo.
I guess we have to say, of the same name because we didn't always start in the morning. Okay. Either way, Danny White said, I think she is doing a great job. I am as confident in her as I was the day I hired her. More confident. Just getting a chance to work closely with her and see how talented she is as a basketball mind and a leader.
Brother, she's lost 6 games in a row.
That seems wild that he would try to sell it to everybody that he's more confident in her now than he was when he hired her. That's crazy, Danny.
Oh, man. Between that and the nostalgia that people keep posting of like 2024 was a dream. You know, Heupel's got the cigar after we beat Alabama. Tony's riding in the truck in the parade, and we won a natty, and picture of Ziegler and Dalton Connect sitting there. Yeah, it's now you got Carlin Pickens hurt. You got Nate Amon hurt. What the heck is happening with our athletic programs?
Do you think that's why maybe our fans kind of get upset with Danny, is that like in some situations like this, it kind of feels like he's sugarcoating it to people and they just want him to shoot it straight kind of? I know that your athletic director isn't going to come out and say like, hey, our women's basketball team sucks, but a comment like this also doesn't make you feel any better either.
Back where I come from, we call that urinating on our leg and telling us it's raining.
What other times has he done that though? Because this one, you're right. Like this one makes me roll my eyes. I mean, it doesn't make me angry, but like this one's like, all right, Danny, read the room. Like you can't come out and say you're more confident in her or that she's doing a great job. You could say like, hey, you're disappointed. Hey, she's working hard. She's really competitive. She wants to win, yada, yada, yada. Would the other times be, I guess, just like tweeting everything school, like whenever we win like a softball game or something?
I mean, I think like the panic around the fan base when Tony Vitello left and everyone's wondering, is it Elander, is it not? And then you get the press conference and he's like, hey, we have $100 million baseball stadium. You know, like,
well, that
to me, that's
too.
kind of a read the rude moment as well of like, hey, our fans are wondering what's this next coach going to be, and the first thing that comes out is, oh, we've got a nice stadium, you know, like.
Okay, so when you put it that way, politicking,
right,
being a salesman all the time,
which I know that's his job, but like I do think at some point your fans just kind of want some transparency as well.
Yes, but like a politician and like a PR team, like you're probably always going to try to give people the positives to.
You're not going to poo-poo your own universe.
Yeah, like whenever the press conference came that Tony Vitello was leaving, he really tried to downplay Tony Vitello. He tried to downplay and basically say like, oh, it's really like everything we've built here. It's all the money that we've given, more so than you're losing a special coach. I understood why he did it. I didn't like it. But then I thought in the second press conference after he had actually hired Elander, he came out and gave Tony Vitello his props. After like the thing was kind of fixed, or at least like he was popular again for making the decision. I think Danny, like a politician, wants to be liked, and I also don't think he wants to be criticized. I don't think it's a bad thing to necessarily try to be positive, but yeah, like when you come out and say that your team, like Cody said, has lost 6 in a row and has apparently made the New York Post.
Yeah. I just saw in the New York Post, which is one of the places I go for headlines because they have a lot of shock value headlines. That's what they love. They love putting that like shock value thing into their social media. Tennessee women's basketball senior Kaya Wynn walks away with 1 game left after coach pushed her to breaking point. And it's got like a picture of Kim like looking like dramatic, you know.
The
New York Post.
That seems unfair.
Coach pushed her to breaking point.
Like whenever you read that headline, the image they're painting is
that Kim's crazy.
Yeah, and like abuse or like running or like, you know, just mental abuse and all this stuff. Not, I didn't let you play. Or no, it wasn't even that. I didn't let you start senior night. They did offer to let her play. It was at the end of the game, you know, the absolute garbageest of garbage time. I don't blame the player for not wanting to go in. But like, yeah, that headline pushed this player to breaking point is going to paint the picture that she's like abusive.
Or that it comes across as like the girl's like suicidal or something.
Right.
Like that.
Well, yeah, that Kim has pushed her to like, maybe harming herself.
Yeah.
That is scandalous. That's a stupid way to paint it, but it gets attention. I understand what they're going for. But regardless, that's the national perception of your program right now.
Yeah, not everything is fine, as Danny White says. It's all good. She's doing a great job.
The national perception is losers, and this coach is mean.
Are we
and
really
abusive.
asking for so much, Danny? We all we want is to win. We just want to win, and we want to be able to get into the south end zone at Neyland Stadium in an orderly fashion. Two things I'm asking for, Danny. Can you get me into the stadium in less than 30 minutes, and can we just win? It shouldn't be so hard.
Danny White's doubling down right now. Like, typically the joke is once you get the vote of confidence, that means you're getting fired. That's usually how it works in men's sports. Like, if the AD comes out and says, no, everything's fine, we still stand behind him, usually you're getting fired right after that. In the NFL, when the owner comes out and gives you a public statement, like, typically you get fired a couple weeks later. I don't know if that's going to happen here, but it definitely seems more believable now than it did 2 weeks ago that she might not make it to year 3.
Do we have DDS, Danny Derangement Syndrome?
Explain.
That's all I had, really, surface level. I don't know how to go deeper than that.
I mean, I don't think the people online like Danny. I don't think like pitchforks are out, people wanting to fire him or anything, but I just think he rubs people the wrong way. Because like Sam said, he's a politician. He's a salesman.
Kind of smug.
Yeah, he's smug. He's smug. He's not one of us. All that's fine and dandy whenever you're in the good old days of 2024. It becomes combative whenever you're kind of mid at everything. And right now you're not great at anything other than women's softball.
Well, and I think two things that propped Danny up were two coaches that he didn't hire. When you consider baseball and men's basketball. And now Tony's gone, and Rick Barnes, you got to think, not on the brink of retirement, but he ain't going to be around forever. And then it's just going to be Danny and his clan over there. And, he hired Heupel, he hired Caldwell, and those aren't going great. I mean, I'm not out on Heupel, but
I think people like Danny for other stuff too, though. Like, people like Danny because it seemed like he was listening to the fans. He would interact with them on Twitter. He would tweet out and try to dunk on journalists that were being mean to Tennessee. He did the watch parties for people for the baseball games. People liked that. He brought the letters back. Remember how cool everybody thought it was when he brought the letters back to the stadium? Like, he did do some things other than just let the baseball team and basketball team win. I'll give him credit where it's due.
Yeah, his approval rating used to be a lot higher.
Yeah, it used to be in the upper 90s.
I mean, it's fallen off. I mean, would you say 50% approve of Danny White?
In the whole entire fan base or on Twitter?
The whole fan base.
It's way higher than 50% across the whole
75?
Yeah, across the whole fan base, it's still probably, 75, 80%. Now, there's people on Twitter that don't like him, for sure.
Yeah, but I know those people are loud, and it's a little bit skewed.
Yeah, like if I asked my mom, she's probably not going to have an opinion, but she would have.
Well,
she would vote positive over negative.
Does the average fan even know the ins and outs of it? Really?
Right. She'd be like, my mom would be like, oh, he seems nice, and approve on him. Like, most people fall in that.
Yeah.
Now, there are a lot of people that are, disapproving because of Tony Vitello, and we'll see where the baseball program ends up. Like I said out of the weekend, it's good that you're winning baseball games right now. You got another one today that you can go win and be on a nice little win streak.
It's hard for me to blame Danny. I know some people do, but it's hard for me to blame him on the Tony thing. And I think he did what we wanted him to do there ultimately.
Sure.
Right? In hiring Elander. That's what people wanted. I don't think, there's some people that believe Danny should have pushed harder to keep Tony around and all this, and they had a fractured relationship, and maybe they did. But ultimately, I don't think that's why Tony Vitello went to the major leagues. You go to the major leagues because it's the major leagues. So I don't blame him for that.
No, but I do blame him for the way he handled the press conference and the way he handled just everything around it. Like, Vitello leaving was one thing. The game he played, the comments he made, did seem like he was wanting to like be combative with the fan base.
I blame him for the state of women's basketball, and we'll see about football. I guess I'm still in the we'll see mode football-wise, but looking good.
What's your perception just of the football program right now? Is it not kind of like 50% just where you said Danny was? Like I feel like I feel like you could have the same mentality about the football program as you do Danny right now.
Watching Heupel take that loss to Vanderbilt really kind of that gave me 2016 Butch Jones vibes heavily. But in today's era where you have an expanded playoff and like I'm not ready to say it's over for Heupel in the football program. Like recruiting still looks good. You have a quarterback of the future, hopefully, in Faison Brandon. You got Tristan Keys. Like you got pieces. You just might have to be patient and hope these guys don't transfer. But I'm not ready to punt on football being, playoff level good again. I think we can do that.
It would really help Danny White. It would really help Josh Heupel if the quarterbacks worked out this year. Like there's so much riding on these freshman quarterbacks this year. The entire athletic department feels like it might be riding on these freshman quarterbacks this year.
Well, that's not really a position you want to be in.
No. Now, on one hand, like Faison Brandon, and I'm putting my weight behind him as the starting quarterback. He's really, really talented and really, really high regarded, but he is a true freshman. You know what I mean? Like that's not a position you want to be in, no matter who it is. Like you wouldn't have even wanted to be behind, true freshman Peyton Manning off the jump. Like you eased him into the season. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't your day one starter.
Yeah, and I wonder how toxic it will get. That's the big question for me.
Would it not get just as toxic if we went out and won one of those bidding wars and we had a $7 million quarterback and the football team's not as good as you'd want them to be this year? Like, you go 8-4 with a $7 million quarterback versus going 8-4 with one of your young freshmen that's going to maybe disappoint you too. Don't you think the pressure would be kind of the same?
Yeah, but I think the hope is that would have been that one of those veterans would not be an 8-4 quarterback. Like,
well,
that they would.
Even to Sam's point, it depends on what you are. I like to think that I am a process over results guy. You know what I mean? Like, so I'd look at the 8-4s differently as like, hey, you went out and you paid Brendan Sorsby. You went out and you paid Sam Levitt. It didn't work out, but at least you shot your shot, if you will. You did what made the most logical sense. Like you went out and you got, a guy that so-and-so ranked as number one, depending on if it's Sorsby or Levitt, whatever. But like both those guys were highly sought after. Ty Simpson, whatever. Like if it's one of those guys, you tried to make the best possible decision. That always doesn't work out. Sometimes it can be bad luck. Versus going 8-4 with a young quarterback, especially if it's an 8-4 where like the quarterback costs you the games. I will look at that and say, man, you really dropped the ball and your inexperience at the quarterback position cost you. The inexperience at the quarterback position would be because you didn't go and get a veteran. You know what I mean? So I'd look at that process as just being not as defensible as like, hey, we went out and we paid Ty Simpson and he didn't win. Hey, we went out and paid Sam Levitt and they didn't win. That would be easier to swallow than like your freshman quarterback lost and you were in year 6 and you didn't have a better quarterback plan. To me, that would be the difference. Now, on the flip side, if you're Josh Heupel and you're Danny White and you're trying to spin it, going 8-4 with a young quarterback would be better than going 8-4 with an old quarterback. Because then you could say, like, hey, experience, building blocks, yada, yada, yada. But, like, it wouldn't make it easier to swallow at the time. Does that make sense? Is that fair to say?
Yes.
He wasn't even listening. He don't know what the hell I was saying.
I was just thinking about the next thing I was going to say.
Right, exactly. I know you weren't listening. It's fine. Go ahead. What's the next thing you're going to say?
The key to me is, can we hold it together? Can we keep it together as a program, as a fan base, as a unit here in this athletic department we all care about? Because it might really pay dividends in a year or two. I think this year we're going to have some lumps. It's going to be tough. But if we can keep it from spiraling and getting completely toxic, you know what I'm saying? I think Faison Brandon and Tristan Keys and this freshman class, and like, if you can keep that together, I think in a year or two, you got a chance to do some really big things in football.
I mean, you're a big part of the toxicity.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're a big part of the toxicity when things don't go well. You're one of the first to give up and become negative.
It's can you hold it together? It reminds me. I tell you what it's like for me is the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones as a band. You know, Bill Wyman, the bass player, once said, "The Stones are the only band in history to not follow the drummer. They didn't follow Charlie; they followed Keith." And that provides this. It's an imbalance that has to fluctuate, and it works beautifully, but it can fall apart at any moment. It could completely fall apart at any moment. And that's kind of how I look at our football department right now, is if we can keep all the pieces moving together, including the fans, the athletic department, everything together, the players, I think it'll pay dividends in a couple of years. I think we'll be really good. But I don't know if we can do that.
So if Josh Heupel goes 7-5 or 8-4,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm asking how you're going to react to that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he goes 7-5, how toxic is this going to get?
How toxic are you going to get?
Me?
Yeah.
Why do you keep saying me?
Well, I'm asking you because you're pretty negative when things don't
toxic
go well.
Guy.
Yeah,
I am not. I'm
You
level-headed, and now I get emotional. I say things sometimes, but what does it matter what I say?
Well, because you're on the radio and we help build the narrative.
Well, that's true. There's thousands of people that listen to this.
Yeah. Not saying that we like brainwash people, but like if you hear somebody
we try to.
Yeah, if you hear people say
our best.
something multiple times, like you're going to start to either believe it or at least, like think about it at least.
Yeah, we do what we can. I don't know, man. I just like when we got our ass whipped by Vanderbilt, I said some things. I was emotional.
Sure.
And I imagine if we take 5 losses again this season, I'm going to probably be emotional again because by the time August gets here, I'm going to be fired up for football. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's where it's tough.
I don't think you're guaranteed the same linear progression either. So I don't even know if I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
in terms of like keep it together. Like if things don't go well this year, it's going to be hard to convince me that things will go well in the future.
Well, I know, but I'm just like if we go 7-5 and fire the guy, then we're starting over again.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just that same cycle we've been running for 20 damn years.
You make Kurt Cignetti say no.
Get Coach Saban back.
Last call on the other side is Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. We're excited to continue our free stump grinding promotion with Fan Run Radio this year through March 31st. If you've got problem trees in your yard, give us a call and we'll come out and cut them down and grind the stumps for free when you mention you heard us right here on Fan Run Radio. Take it from Russ. We'll treat you right at ECR Total Landscapes.
That's right, Evan. I had the ECR team out to Stately Smith Manor last year, and they took down a bunch of trees for me and grinded the stumps for free. Now I don't have to worry about those trees falling on my house, and my yard looks much better. Do what I did. Call ECR Total Landscapes.
Thanks, Russ. Call us today and we'll come out and give you a free estimate. Our number is 865-384-2012. And our website is ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Last call here on the program. Very interested to watch how the comments go to the Lady Vol posts about Kim Caldwell from Danny White. So I'm very curious to see.
I think as that comment set in, I got madder during the break. I think that does make me mad too, seeing that from Danny. This is the Lady Vols, bro. They've lost 6 in a row. 6 games in a row they've lost. L. That's not cool. It's not cool, man. It's not acceptable, and she's not doing a good job. Every now and then, Buck says something in the chat that makes me audibly laugh.
What do you say?
I'm convinced that girl from Iowa State has a separate food stipend. There's no way they're feeding her on a regular scholarship.
There's NIL now, Buck. There's NIL. There's different rules. That poor girl.
The fact that a regular scholarship is not enough to feed her.
That poor girl.
She's a big old girl. She's good, though. She's a good basketball player.
Look at the offensive and defensive linemen. They can feed the big uns too. Yeah. Danny White just made it worse for Kim Caldwell. If I'm Kim Caldwell, I'd be mad about this quote because you're just bringing more outside noise. Like this is a bad week for her. It's been a bad month, obviously.
It's
been a bad month, but like this last week, her player quitting, the New York Post picking up on it, and now people in Knoxville are going to be even more mad at her and her program because Danny White has come out and said this about her.
I mean, she's kind of set the tone, though, with her negative handshakes in the line recently.
That wasn't good. Now, I will say I was paying attention to that at the end of the Vanderbilt game, Bubba, and I thought she gave that woman a pleasant handshake and didn't act like a sore loser there. It wasn't like the Ole Miss coach. So, like, I don't know if there's more of a story there between beef with those guys or you know, those girls or whatever. I don't know. But no, she's not doing herself any favors. She doesn't come across as likable.
You got to think too. She's never seen anything like this.
No, nobody has.
She's not prepared for this. I mean, the fact that us two guys just sitting here talking about her on the radio. She's never had anything like that. She was coaching at Marshall. Like she's coaching one of the biggest brands in women's sports.
Well, to be fair, we knew that coming into it, and that's part of why the hire from Danny White was a head scratcher because she did not have experience. We talk about how important it is to have experience at things, experience playing quarterback, yada, yada, yada. Experience running a program and handling the pressure is also pretty important to coaches. Like Tennessee kind of should have learned their lesson with Lane Kiffin, turning the keys over to him. In 2009, he wasn't old enough to handle that responsibility either, and he had to crash and burn and learn the hard way here and at USC. You know, mostly USC, the crashing and burning, but like there is something to getting experience. I don't think she was ready for this. Hell, you've seen it with Kalen DeBoer at Alabama.
Yeah,
and he's coming from at least like a D1 school that matters at Washington. Like he's not coming from some podunk, you know, community college or some, you know, D3 school or whatever. He came from Washington and playing for a national championship, but he's still getting chewed up and spit out down there at Alabama. Not saying that the stakes are as high here, obviously with women's basketball, but like Lady Vols basketball is kind of similar to Alabama football in that regard. At its level, at its scale.
Well, yeah, to me, the comparison that Holly Warlick would have been the Kalen DeBoer because she was the first one. Like, it should be a little smoother for Kim taking over for a loser, Kelly Harper.
I disagree. I disagree because
a loser on the court.
I disagree because I think Holly was at least one of us that had been there, and like Holly didn't want to be the coach. Holly didn't carry herself like that. She was just basically like, "Hey, this is what Pat wanted. This is what I'm going to do." I looked at that completely different. Whereas Kim Caldwell has come in like Kalen DeBoer from out of town and has been a little not going to call her combative, but like she's done things her way. She's tried to give respect to the history, but like she isn't like bowing down to the Lady Vol brand.
I'm just saying she took over a losing program.
Right.
Like Kelly Harper didn't do any sort of winning.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a loser program because hell, Kelly Harper won just as much, if not more, than Kim Caldwell has.
Well, yeah, now, but I'm saying in terms of where the pressure was, it wasn't the same pressure cooker it would have been being the first one after Pat Summitt.
Sure.
You know, whether it's Holly or somebody else, I'm just saying, like DeBoer to me was in an impossible situation being the first guy to step in after Nick Saban. Like, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, sure. But I'm just saying, like, there's certain places that have more pressure than people know how to deal with.
Yeah.
Like playing basketball in New York, playing baseball for the Yankees, like that stuff's going to be a different amount of pressure.
Yeah.
Than playing quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Like, I probably could have played baseball for the Yankees.
Manager for the Giants.
Manager for the Giants is not going to be the same amount of pressure as being the manager of the Yankees, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Tony Vitello doing it at the Giants is about the cutoff to where maybe it would work. They got a franchise that's respected in their top level, but like maybe they're not thought of in the same breath as like even the Cardinals or Cubs or something like that. Like that might be the cutoff, but that job might chew him up and spit him out. Like he hasn't handled it well either, going there and having multiple days of trying to smoke out a rat. You know what I mean? He hasn't handled it well either. And it's his first time being in a position like that because, you know, not putting anybody down, but like the Knoxville media wasn't throwing any hard balls at him. They didn't have to.
Just Tony being Tony. God love him.
Bub, anything interesting we missed today?
New York Post calls it distasteful over the South Park writer suggesting Barron Trump be eligible for the draft. Florida has a 600-plus pound tight end as a Kent who doesn't want to move positions.
So somebody at South Park said that Barron Trump should get drafted, that he should have to go to the draft.
We've got
to go to the NBA draft.
Candace Parker joining the first and second round teams for the CBS TNT March Madness tourneys.
She does a good job with that. She brings good energy.
Smokies have several nights with a Vegas theme. Gorillaz makes their SNL debut this week.
Hold on. Slow the hell down. Tranquilo, Poppy. What are the Vegas Smokies nights?
We've got April 9th and the 23rd.
No, but what are they?
For free
it's just
beer?
a Knox Vegas Nights, and it's in partnership with the Mint Gaming Hall.
Oh, okay.
Not exactly sure what that all consists of, but
maybe some 50,
different jerseys and stuff like that is what they've shown so far.
April 7th is free beer night too.
For as long as the other team doesn't score.
Also, the Texas Rangers have put up a very controversial statue that was removed in 2020 over a segregationist cop.
They're going to let the person who throws out the first pitch literally throw out the first pitch of the game and hope that the other team hits a home run so they don't have to give away a bunch of free beer. You get it?
Yeah. I got you. I could do it.
I still can't get over you throwing it like a girl.
Yeah, at least mine wasn't in the dirt.
I would rather have thrown mine in the dirt than thrown it like a girl.
I could have spiked it into the dirt.
No, you couldn't have.
Yeah, anybody could have.
You couldn't even got it to the plate.
Anybody could have spiked it into the dirt.
Which is why you didn't do it.
You didn't get it to the plate
either. Why you? Yes, I did.
You
weren't even there.
You got it in the dirt.
You weren't even there. You
in the dirt.
About.
Dirt.
Hit the plate.
Dirt.
Plate.
Dirt.
Which is the plate.
Dirt.
Plate.
Dirt.
Threw it from 10 feet up. Lobbed it in like a girl.
Dirt.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort, crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you.